sky was burning. The clouds red with twisted fire. Lightning moving across them. And they descended upon everything. Like a furious battle between God and Satan, good and evil. Like a fire vortex.
Good evening, Rocket League fans. We are here. It is the epic finale of the Championship Cup from Season 9. I am Rydog of Timbers Army. With me behind the scenes is Mr. Doughboy, the one, the legend that created all these graphics. So we love Doughboy for that. But yeah, this is the grand finale of the championship, the last game that these two teams play, and so it's the two best teams in the league as well, going off for a little cup final match. So it should be very, very exciting. Thank you all for tuning in for us tonight. So let's kind of jump straight in because we have our teams almost in the lobby here. If we could bring up just kind of the team stats, kind of comparing the two. Like I said, these two teams were the best two in the league. BNG, of course, taking the league championship honors last week. So obviously, congrats again to them. They actually started out 0-1 with a loss to Steel Army and won 9 straight games to bring it back to give themselves the league championship. And so they have the chance to do the championship double tonight over Steel Army. And let's take a quick look at the bracket just so we don't keep our teams waiting too much to see how we got to this moment so far. You'll see Steel Army there up at the top there, getting a win over EC Defiance. And then these two teams met in that upper final with, of course, BNG being the victors there after they won their first round matchup against Los Verdes. And Steel Army completing the lower final victory over LV to get us to the grand final. So once again, this is for all the marbles, all the bragging rights, all of that sort of stuff. Because we have this format, we have the potential to be doing a bracket reset tonight. That's right. If Steel Army win the first best of 7 series, we could be doing a whole other best of 7 to determine our cup champion tonight. So a lot on the line for these two teams. Of course, if BNG do win in the first series, they will be crowned champions. So Steel Army got to win at least 8 games to be crowned champions, which is pretty crazy if you think about it in the grand scheme of things. So that is how we got here. And I guess I can touch on the format if you are new here. This is the SGL Cup, which means we're doing things a little bit differently than league play. All matches are, like I said, best of 7. And then we're also doing it Gamers 8 style, if you are familiar with that. All of the odd numbered games are 3v3, normal Rocket League, just like you would see on an RLCS stream or something like that. The even numbered games can be any game mode that the loser of the previous game gets to decide. So if you lost game 1, you get to pick the game mode for game 2. You lose game 3, you get to pick the game mode for game 4 and all of that sort of stuff. So we've got, I think, both teams in the lobby. Let me just make sure that that's right. Nope, we have one team in the lobby. We're still waiting on another team to get in the lobby, and then we will get it going. Put your predictions in chat right now. Who you got? BNG old timers, Steel Army. Does Steel Army complete the do they win the first series? Do we go to a bracket reset? Let us know. Let us know in the comments. And as we wait for our teams to get in here, shout out to all the members in chat. Thank you for joining us, and a special shout out to my Aunt Cindy for coming over to the West Coast and hanging out with us for the week, where I got all of my soccer skills from. So thanks for tuning in. These are things we're gonna be here all night. Nelly thinks SA in 6 bracket reset and then BNG in 6. All right. Lots to think about. But yeah, let's get the teams in. We're ready to go. I'm ready to get the show on the road and see some peak championship Rocket League. We are gonna get our teams into their respective teams. I'm gonna hit spectate and not auto join. And here we go. Game 1, best of 7, normal 3v3 to kick off our Season 9 Championship Cup. We have a lot to highlight from each of these teams. Of course, you've got Mr. Christian the Plumber there, challenging Devitt in the corner as a potential MVP candidate for the entire league season, as he's just been all over the field for this BNG roster, scoring goals, making saves, as he's going to put a shot on target. That one's going to go off the crossbar. Devitt can't get there, and Saikugo, clean up on aisle 4, is going to start BNG off on the front foot. No rotations back for Steel Army, not the start that they want. And of course, like I mentioned in the pre-show, they have to win this first best of 7 and another best of 7 if they want to be crowned champions. So we could be here for a long while. So that's going to be a rare miss from Saikugo. Bear Blitz is going to come in this time, and Saikugo will get the second touch array. Raisin Boy is going to keep this in, but it's going to be, once again, a Steel Army there trying to reset with Bear Blitz into the corner. It's going to be Devil from Saikugo on Devitt. That is the guy you want to demo if you are rooting for BNG. Raisin Boy just going to kind of flick this up the field. Here comes Devitt with the blade cutter boost. We'll see how that does. Not as iconic of an engine noise as my producer here, Mr. Doughboy, but nonetheless, some grass getting cut. Too nice. Bear Blitz and Squizzball are going to meet. Squizzball's going to win that one. Plumber going to come in, but Devitt gets there first. Can he get another touch? He can. It's going to be a soft one to Raisin Boy. Puts it out to the side. Squizzball in the corner. Kind of a cluster right now going on for BNG in the corner, but nothing to do in the end. Bear Blitz keeps this in. Christian the Plumber with a huge clear. It's going to force a double commit out of Steel Army. Raisin Boy with the epic save there. Plumber, can he get on the board? No, Raisin Boy rushes back in time to keep this a 1-goal deficit. Squizzball now just clears it out to the corner, trying to feel things out a little bit. We haven't really seen a pinch like that from Saikugo, and Bear Blitz equal to the task, sent it to the other corner, but again, this ball has just been hanging out on the orange half for quite a while. And we see the Steel Army attack go. Saikugo into the orange corner. Devitt clears, but can't follow this up. Christian the Plumber going off the backboard. Squizzball also up, but nothing doing this time for the boys from the West Coast. Devitt, we'll call it a fake. That's a demo. Squizzball rushes and gets the save. That was key for them this time. Devitt's going to play it to himself against the wall. Saikugo has no boost. Devitt doesn't know that, but he also doesn't have boost. That's the weirdest flick I've ever seen. Raisin Boy gets there. Can Bear Blitz put this on target? No. Squizzball is there to clear. That net is open for a second. Can Raisin Boy get a save? No. Saikugo is going to squeeze it into the left post, and it's going to be an insurance goal for BNG Old Timer. Squizzball does a really good job of just making Raisin Boy make a choice and just freezing him in his tracks. And it's a 2-0 lead for BNG. Plumber's gonna play this Squizzball. Can it be 3? No, it's off the post, but Plumber follows it up. It's a quick goal for BNG, and the wheels right now are starting to fall off for Steel Army. We have seen virtually no offense from the Pittsburgh Riverhounds team, so we'll see if they can get started. Raisin Boy off the kickoff. That's going to go just wide in the end, but it's just one shot from Devitt so far from Steel Army. The other side has 6 total as we eclipse the 2-minute left mark. Here comes another. Raisin Boy almost puts that one in his own net, but luckily for him, nothing doing this time. Here comes Bear Blitz, gonna slow it down, get it by 1. Can he get it by 2? That's a demo from Devitt. That net is open. Squizzball happens to rush back in time, and no goals coming for Steel Army. Here comes Plumber on the other side. That's gonna be a ball off the backboard. Saikugo and Raisin Boy come together. It's gonna be the Steel Army boys right now surviving another attack. Plumber can't quite get it this time. Squizzball with a great boost steal. It's gonna play it off to the side and get another boost steal. So boost quickly becoming an issue for Steel Army as Devitt's gonna go off the backboard. Ooh, excuse me, and Squizzball just hanging around. This ball needs to go now. If you are Steel Army, they finally get it clear. Here comes Bear Blitz off the ceiling. No immediate challenge from Black and gold old timers, and Devitt is gonna finally get Steel Army on the board with a beautiful ceiling pass to Devitt. Just gonna slot it in that bottom right-hand corner. So there's plenty of time left, 55 seconds. If they can get a quick one, they'll be in really great shape, Steel Army. See, Devitt gets the demo, doesn't get the boost. Steel Army do have possession in the corner with Raisin Boy, gets by Squizzball. Plumber doesn't have a ton of boost. He'll challenge first and get the win. Squizzball is up. Can he get this one on target? Super awkward. That ball is hanging out right on the goal line, but nothing doing this time for BNG. Bear Blitz needs a big clear here. Devitt, can he do what his brother did a few weeks ago? That reversed angled shot. Not going to happen this time. Devitt going to go off this end. Can he read it? No, that ball went straight down to everybody's amazement. 20 seconds left. BNG just have to hold on to this 2-goal lead, and we will see a Steel Army pick in game 2 if that's the case. A double commit coming out from BMG, but I think that's gonna do it with 8 seconds left and the ball just hanging out on the orange half. It's gonna be BNG Old Timers taking game 1 of this best of 7 grand final. What a performance from none other than Christian the Plumber, leading the way for BNG there with a goal, assist, a save, doing everything just like his league campaign. I have a friend now here in the booth. It's going to be Mr. Luis from EM. Luis, thanks for joining up. How are we doing this evening?
Yo, what's up, man? Yo, pretty good. Pretty good. Excited to be here. Sorry I couldn't get to the first game, but the first game went by and apparently Steel Army lost, Rye Dog. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's not good for Steel Army.
No, like I mentioned before, they got to win 2 best of 7s to, I guess, win the cup. They got to win the first one just to even think about that they have a shot. So not a good way to start the series if you're a fan from the team from Pittsburgh, as we see our next game mode, Luis. As I know you know, we are doing Gamers 8 format because Steel Army lost game 1. They get to pick the game mode for game 2, and we will see you on the ice rink. It's going to be snow day, and I don't think that surprises anybody.
Yes, the Steel Army guys love this terrible game mode, so I think they'll have a really good time here. I'm really curious to see how BNG actually play this. I don't remember if they've played this in the cup so far. I assume they have, Rye Dog. I don't know if you remember their record on Snow Day.
I don't. I was actually going to ask you the same thing, but we're about to find out anyway. Game 2 kicking off right now with a puck instead of a ball. I like to call it the giant Oreo because it kind of looks like an Oreo. But yeah, you would think that this favors Steel Army just a little bit, as this ball is once again hanging out in the orange half, just like game 1 ended. But yeah, this has got to favor Steel Army, definitely.
Yeah, so far a good start from the LAFC boys, really in the orange half. At least some progress from Steel Army here. No red 4, so red 4 I guess hasn't featured yet, but ooh, a chance here, Rye Dog, and it goes a little wide.
Yeah, the demos right now from BNG have just been kind of targeting Devitt, and that's kind of the guy you want to target, if you will. Plumber's going to get this one. Oh, it's going to go just wide. Squizzball has boost. He's the third man, though. He's going to go a little bit late as Devitt's going to clear and get a pass over to the middle, as try and pass the puck around, as it just kind of does whatever it wants, it seems like. I know that's why you're not a fan of this game mode, Luis, but yeah, no early goals to start this game, too.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, you probably talk about it a lot, right? With the key to Steel Army, man, they got to keep the Plumber quiet, and right now the Plumber, he's doing work. Can Saikuga put this mid for his teammates? Oh, he just can't, but Squizzball gets there, but Rye Dog, they have a chance here. Steel Army on the counter.
There's nobody that has boost right now for Steel Army. Bear Blitz with a huge pump and a huge demo. Devitt is just going to walk this in from the side. The fun thing about the puck is it's just going to glue itself to the wall just like that. And Devitt says, yes, I have all the time in the world now, thanks to that demo. And finally, Steel Army on the board in a pivotal match.
Yeah, you feel if you're Steel Army, you just can't go down multiple games in the series. I mean, these guys, I mean, we all know BNG are the heavy favorites here, so feels like a must-win game for Steel Army, and yeah, curious to see how BNG respond here. Lovely fake from Devitt, but he gets it to the Plumber. But yeah, nothing really doing for BNG so far. It's been pretty comfortable. I don't know, right? I always hate complimenting a team on commentary because I feel like they just always do bad things after.
Yeah, that's fair. That's the commentator's curse that we all know and love as commentators. Is Plumber's gonna go off the ceiling and Bearblitz is gonna hit this one backwards. Luckily, it's not on target. Raisin Boy will clean up his Psychico. Just get a flip off the puck. He might have. Is Raisin Boy? Can he get around this one? No, it's good from Squizzball, who got heated out of the air off the backboard. Devitt, can he put that one far post? No. It's gonna be Psychugo with the clear, but that actually might have a chance of going on target. No, Bearblitz rotates back correctly and in time. We stay 1-0, just approaching halftime, Luis. Yeah, no real offense for BNG. Yeah, there it is, the commentator's curse. Mr. MVP himself, Christian the Plumber, off the sidewall, gets BNG level.
Yeah, what a bang. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know any tech in this game mode, Ride Dog, but that looked pretty good to me, and that was a crazy power that he got off of that. I think he had 0 boost at the end of that too, so yeah, lovely response, and I mean, the best player in the championship putting on a good showing as to why he's probably the league MVP.
Yeah, Plumber's gonna play this one in the middle. It's gonna get by 1. Raisin Boy and Psychugo up. Psychugo is just gonna play this into an open net. I'm not sure where the Steel Army defense was, but they weren't where they're supposed to be. And Psychugo says, thank you very much.
Yeah, it pops up on Raisin Boy there, and Psychugo just dunking the clearance, and both of his teammates were upfield, and yeah, what a turnaround. I feel like BNG had nothing going, but this team, the talent, they can just turn it around in no time, and they have the lead.
I feel like this puck is bouncing just a little bit more maybe than it usually does, and I don't know if that's just the way these guys are hitting the ball or what the deal is, but I feel like it's just bouncing off a wall, just kind of like that. Like, that's not on the wall. Usually that puck sticks to the wall and sticks to the ground, see, with its fairly flat surface, but here comes Bearblitz off the ceiling. Can he get a pinch down? He almost did. It was a good read from Christian the Plumber in the end. Here comes Raisin Boy now on the other side, but the LAFC boys are fully boosted and fully in the net. No demos this time from Raisin Boy. Bearblitz gonna play this one to Raisin Boy. That's it. Straight from Raisin Boy and Bearblitz.
That was insane. I didn't think anything was going to come of it, but Bearblitz 50s the Plumber. And there's a lot of fish on the screen, which is a good sign for Steel Army, and it's 2-2. That's all Bearblitz there. That's big credit to him on that play.
And it was an insane touch from Raisin Boy to just kind of keep it right on his car and just kind of cut that last defender, and that net was open. I think it was ended up pitching in anyway from a defender's point of view, but nonetheless, that is really good response from Steel Army after giving up 2 quick goals. But here comes a double commit. How about a triple commit? Everybody's in the corner right now for Steel Army. I don't know if that's, I don't know the tech either ways. That might be a strategy, but I know not in regular Rocket League, it's not.
Yeah, I don't know if having 3-man in one corner on the opposite side of your goal is good, but they survive in the end. But here's a lot of pressure from BNG. 50 on Bearblitz. Plumber with a lot of boost here. This could be dangerous. This puck needs to get cleared if you are Steel Army. Devitt with a powerful hit there from Devitt, and I'll be honest, I don't know which way this is going to go. Ride Dog, this is a balance here.
Oh, but how about Devitt? It's open. No, it's off the post. The post not being nice to Devitt. Bearblitz didn't have the boost to get there. Raisin Boy keeps this in. Steel Army have the pressure and that pinch across. That's going to be really dangerous for Devitt, but he deals with it just fine. Squizzball on him. 50 it on the wall. Bearblitz is going to play it across. Didn't have the boost to play it effectively. Psychugo opts for boost over the puck. He's going to go off the ceiling. A double demo in the back. Squizzball is going to play it. Devitt, and that's another demo. Can Devitt get this one on target? No. Christian the Plumber rushes back. Raisin Boy top cheddar. 5 seconds left. Steel Army have the lead.
Devitt with the worst shot he's ever had, but it was a perfect pass right to Raisin Boy, and Raisin Boy bar down, doing his best Mikko Rantanen impression against the Avalanche, and it's 3-2 with 5 seconds to go.
They have to hold on for this win, Luis. I agree. If you go down 2-0 against these guys, it's going to be a very hard hill to climb. Bearblitz just spikes it down, and Steel Army take the first extra mode game and level the series.
Yeah, what a back and forth game. Steel Army leading, Steel Army losing to Steel Army leading at the end, and that's the result you need, right? On your game pick after losing the 3v3 game mode. It feels like, right, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like Steel Army just has to win all the extra game modes, you know? It's gonna be incredibly hard in these 3v3 game modes, just knowing how prolific this BNG team is in that game mode. So good start to the finals. Of course, we are in the finals, chat. And I believe when they played in the league last time, I want to say BNG swept it. Or it was like 3-1. So
It was either
alre-
3-0 or 3-1, yeah.
yeah, so already better from Steel Army. And yeah, maybe these extra game modes are the key.
Well, I hate to say it, Luis, but if they do want to take us to a bracket reset and eventually win the cup, they do have to win at least one 3v3. Because they could theoretically pull a TA versus EM. Sorry to bring this back up, where you guys won all the 3v3s, TA won all the extra modes, and then ended up winning game 7 in dramatic fashion, of course. So that could happen, and that could happen twice. So theoretically, for them to win the cup, they could only need to win 2 3v3s in the course of 8 games. So we'll see. We're going to get into game 3. Once again, we go back to normal standard 3v3. And yeah, I think you'd have to give the edge to BNG, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see how this first minute or so plays out.
Yeah, no changes to either lineup, I believe. So that's going to be no Red 4, of course. Red 4 feature a lot this season for Steel Army, but they're choosing to go with the double brother lineup, not all 3, as we see Bear Blitz attempt a shot. But good start so far, right, Dog, for Steel Army.
Yeah, it's good. Debit's going to force this epic save out of Saikugo. Raisin Boy's last back. He's going to get the 50 on Plumber. Can he follow this up? No, he's going to leave it for Bear Blitz. Bear Blitz gets demoed by Saikugo as that attack stalls out. That's going to be a Goomba stomp from the BNG players, but nothing doing this time. These big clears right now forcing BNG back, and Raisin Boy gets another demo. Saikugo by 1. Can he get it by 2? He's going to try and bump Raisin Boy out of the way. Plumber, here he comes, but it's going to be Raisin Boy who doesn't give the MVP the shot at the moment. 1 minute gone. Debit, that one's on target, and it goes in. That's the start for Steel Army, and they take the lead.
I mean, you mentioned they have to win at least one 3v3 in the first series to get us to that second series, and could this be the game? Could this be the first 3v3 game that they win against BNG in quite some time? Of course, still so long to go, but yeah, good start from the PA boys.
Plumber wins that 50 in the midfield. He's going to follow this up. That ball's on target. Raisin Boy has to get a touch as Saikugo was bearing down on the net. It's going to be a good clear from Raisin Boy. Can he follow this one up and beat Saikugo? He can. That one's on target. Unless Plumber can get back, he can. That was very close to becoming 2-0 for Plumber. MVP gets it by another. Can he pick up the boost? No, he likes to go for the ball. Plays it across to Saikugo. The dynamic duo of Plumber and Saikugo are going to level us up.
Yeah, that was so clean. No boost off backboard. Round 1, Saikugo there. Lovely play from Christian to set up Saikugo, who has been super underrated this season. I mean, Christian gets all the love, but Saikugo's been really helping him out in those sorts of spots. So just took 30 seconds for the champions to respond, and it's 1-1.
And once again, these were the 2 best teams in the league, respectively. Of course, BNG taking the champions honors, and I said it in the pre-show, but I'll say it again. They lost to Steel Army in game 1 of the league campaign and won 9 straight to take it home. As Devin's going to try and play this one in the middle. It's going to be a demo from Bear Blitz to kind of clear some air. Bear Blitz going to get back to this one. It's going to be a light touch, another demo. Devitt just has to put this one on target. He can't. Bear Blitz and Raisin Boy double commit, and no shot this time. But there's immense pressure right now from Steel Army, but Saikugo clears.
Oh, and they're going to go down the other end and score, or they know the ball rolls up and Bear Blitz gets there. Man, Steel Army has to score that, you feel, right? They had all the boosts in favor. None of the defenders had any boost for BNG, and they failed to capitalize. And you just can't give this BNG team too many opportunities like that, especially when you have them pinned in. But we remain 1-1. We have just crossed the halfway point. Chat, who do we think is going to win this game 3? Put it in the chat. I want to see everybody participating.
immediately as we see Squizzball and Plumber both go for this. Saikugo's last. He's gonna chill in the back after realizing both of his teammates don't have any boost to work with. Raisin Boy, I thought, got bumped by Saikugo. Bearblitz gets an awkward touch. We'll call it a pass to Debit, to Raisin Boy, to Bearblitz. No, it's still 1-1 under the 2-minute mark in this really, I don't want to say pivotal. I've already used that last game, but Saikugo, can he put this one on target? No, that's a chance for BNG that they're going to want to have back. That's an awkward touch. And Raisin Boy's gonna put this one on target. Plumber gets back in time. That ball's super awkward. Bearblitz, can he get the 50 in? He can!
God.
Steel Army take the lead.
Saikugo misses. I mean, it must be set an open net, and Bearblitz puts in a good 50 on him and gets the second goal of the game for Steel Army. Wow, what a turn of events there. And how many times do we see that Rydog in SGL? Like, you go down the other end, you miss an open net, and it's just in your own net after that. So, tough luck there for BNG, but Steel Army doing well here, but this could be a chance. Debit's so awkward here. The Plumber gets there, and it's just in the net. Christian from a tight angle eyes it up on an awkward ball for Debit.
Yeah, that double commit did not do Debit any favors as he's trying to figure out where to be, where to hit it, how to do it, and Christian the Plumber says, thank you very much. I will gladly take that goal to level us right back up in this game 3. Here he comes again on the attack. Gonna go for a fake on Debit, a double fake. That ball's gonna clear out right to Saikugo, who can't get it on target. But yeah, I think the offense really from both teams looks really good. And Debit is gonna showcase why his defense is really good and keep us at 2-2. What a save. That's a point blank shot and a point blank save.
Yeah, 60 seconds to go here, chat. Who has the ice? And oh, we see it, almost an own goal. That was not very icy, but Debit's there and they capitalize. BNG were the creators of their own downfall here.
Yeah, Squizzball, I'm not sure what he's doing there. Saikugo had to do something as Raisin Boy, we'll call it a pass. I'm not sure if it was a really bad shot or a really good pass. Nonetheless, Debit is going to find the back of the net and they retake the lead with under a minute to go in this 3v3 game 3. Once again, the loser of this game gets to pick the extra mode, or I guess the game mode for game 4. And I don't know who that kind of favors the most. Debit is going to, this one awkward to make his teammates kind of awkward here. That ball's just floating above the net. Who wants it? It's going to be Bearblitz getting it clear out. But yes, this would be a massive win for Steel Army if they can hold. But honestly, it's the best offense in the championship that they have to hold back for 20 seconds.
And as we see here, BNG down the other end, Bearblitz puts up a hand. Can Debit finish the game? He can. Debit finds his 3rd goal of the game, 4th for Steel Army. And they're going to take a serious lead here against the SGL Championship champions.
Wow, yeah, unless something crazy happens on the kickoff, I think this is going to go in Steel Army's favor. And I hate to say it, but it's more BNG's offense not showing up as Debit's going to, yeah, keep this one on the ground and win some 50s. That's an awkward bounce in the middle. Bearblitz does very, very well to get up to that. And yes, the rest of these seconds are a formality. Steel Army do take a 3v3 game mode, and we will see what BNG picked now going into game 4. Once again, they get to pick the game mode, and we've already got a choice. It is gonna be ones. It's gonna be ones. Quick spoiler there. So I don't know who that favors. You would think Christian the Plumber for BNG and Debit.
Yeah, there's a lot of parallels actually to your team, Rydog. I think with BNG. I mean, you have obviously on your team you have the best player in the Premier with Loy Boy. BNG had the best player in the Plumber, and so 1v1 is going to be a really good game mode to choose after losing a 3s game. And I'm going to, throw a little bit of shade here to Debit. He lost to Palace in a 1v1. I think Plumber's a little bit better than Palace, Rydog. I got to be honest. So I think the Plumber is going to win this one. I'm going to go out on a limb here. Hot take. I think Christian the Plumber will win this 1v1.
I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's the right take, at least in my unprofessional opinion. I think the key for Debit here and going in this one's game is just to keep things simple. Don't go for crazy wall plays. Don't go for crazy wall reach. Just do what you do best, because that's really what ones is, right? If you're not a mechanical player, you don't need to show your mechanics. If you're, if you're more of an IQ player, kind of like myself, you got to play to that strength. Is you got to get in the mind of the opponent and hey, you can do 6 flip resets. I don't care if you miss those. I'm just going to score the open net. And of course, the scoreboard is the only thing that matters at the end of the day. Game 4, 1v1. Can Steel Army level us, or can BNG level us back up? Will Steel Army go on match point? It's going to be a quick start for Plumber. A power shot by Debit, and it's a quick start for BNG.
Yeah, lovely power shot here from Christian. Just too much power. Debit, no boost, can't get back in time. And of course, it's all love here, Trigga, with the Palace slander. I think he'd like it too, so no shade towards Palace. But back to the 1v1. Debit deciding not to go to that back left corner boost, giving the Plumber it, and oh, it's just a little bit too much speed here for the Riverhounds, man, and not looking good. The Red Dog early on.
Yeah, Debit's gonna have to bring up his pace if he's gonna want to compete with Christian the Plumber this game. And of course it's ones, and really no lead is safe. You know, so 2-0 lead to start out things. I mean, things can change in an instant, of course, as we see a slow kickoff from Christian the Plumber. Doesn't quite work out for him. Here comes Debit on the slow play. No, he's just gonna try and shoot it on target. Doesn't get the ball he wants. His Plumber's gonna put this one off the crossbar, and that's gonna be 3-0. This is kind of what I was talking about, Luis. Christian the Plumber just not doing anything flashy, not doing anything crazy, just making Debit awkward and just putting in rebounds.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I think, kind of what everybody expected. Unfortunately for the viewing pleasure, it's not going to be a close game unless Debit puts in some of his Smash level gameplay and transfers it over to Rocket League. But so far, it's been all the Plumber, and oh, I thought he was going to get 4 there. He decides to go for the mid boost, delay a little bit of time, and oh, it's playing with your food here. It must be said. I don't envy being in Debit's spot.
No, I don't either, and I don't know how to play once, so I'm very much a Debit in this situation where I don't know what's going on. I just know I have to try and hit the ball into that goal, and that's about it. And that's a stupid analysis brought to you by me. So we get over a minute left, and I think it's going to be 4. It is. Debit is just lost in the sauce right now. Somebody come find their uncle, please. Uncle Deb, come home.
Yeah, unfortunately, Coach Deb right now, he's the Padawan here. He's putting on the show. I mean, Christian the Plumber totally dominant here. No real answers from Debit, and I feel like when you're undermatched mechanically and sometimes just being, you know, fully monkeying, just ball chasing here is probably the best. Show no respect. See something like this, you know. Just got to get in the face of the better player and at least show him something new. But it's going to be 5-0. Oh, sorry. It's still 4 for now.
Yeah, I think we all thought that was going in. Debit, oh, you forgot the ball, man. What's going on? But yeah, I think this is going to be a kind of a snooze fest, if you will. Debit's going to win this ball, but he's just not. I don't know what's going on with Debit. I feel like he's normally a faster player than this, so I don't know what's really what's going on. He's just going to reset off to the corner. Yeah, let us know if you have any extra predictions maybe for this 1v1. Do we have any crazy 1v1 predictions here? Do we have any other series predictions? Of course, you guys can see what is going on in the series as well. Steel Army with a 2-1 lead right now, but it might go level after this game as Plumber is going to find the pit.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about Steel Army needing to win a 3v3 game mode. One of the good things about having a player like Christian the Plumber on your team is you can always nullify that with a 1v1. So the LAFC boys are going to get back to level here in the series, and we're going to have a best of 3 going into the latter half, unless a complete miracle happens here. It must be said. Sorry, chat. Not much that we can do to make it a little bit more entertaining, but Debit's going to get on the board, surely, and he makes it 5-1.
Those are the plays for Debit to get back in this game. You don't need to go crazy. Honestly, if you just let Christian the Plumber give you the ball, which doesn't happen a lot, granted, but if you just let him give you the ball, you're right back in this game. If you look, that goal counts the same as a triple flip reset pogo psycho goal. So for Debit, I think that's going to be super, super important. See if he can boost manage and get kind of those, make play simple for himself, just like that. He just waited for Christian to do his thing and ended up losing the ball and ran out of boost, frankly. As, and yeah, and so it was good for Debit. We'll see, also, Luis, this game, I haven't mentioned this before on the broadcast, this game is being played on Central. The entire series is being played on Central because we have, of course, a West Coast and an East Coast team. So it's kind of level it out a little bit. Play this on Central. But I don't know who that favors. Is there a, taking gameplay aside, is there maybe some copium going on with the team? I don't know how the pings are. As we see a crossbar down from Flummer from midfield. No, maybe Debit having a little bit more ping than Flummer there. So maybe it's a Dallas server going on right now. But I don't know who that favors more.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, right? We can be playing on Antarctica servers here, and I think the Plumber's got it. It's I think he's got it in the bag. It's just so mechanical, so good, and these bounce shots, those are impressive, man. I'm really impressed with Christian's shooting off of these bounce touches, and yeah, he just proven to everybody. Oh, was it a whiff here? Can Debit capitalize? He does, and 4 goals is doable. It's not out of the realm of possibility that a comeback can happen, but if you're Debit, this goal is the start.
Yeah, this goal is a start. Yeah, you said it. They all count the same. You're back in this game. Debit wins another kickoff. Can he get back to us? No, he actually goes to the other side to get boost. But I guess from the rest of the series perspective, Luis, who does the server kind of preference?
Honestly, let's pull up my tab here. Ooh, the Plumber actually has a way better ping. Usually Central servers are kind of notorious for being more East favored. But yeah, like you mentioned, I mean, it could be a Dallas server, which is probably what it is. If you see Christian gets the 7th.
I might just do it.
Yeah, and if we're looking at the ping here, right, I think 60 is fine, I mean, it's not the best, but it's definitely not as bad as playing on West when you're an East player, or West, or, and so, yeah, I think the server should be fine.
Says Debit, can he get this one on target? He can. It's keeping it respectable. And, I mean, the quick goals are what you want, right? You're down 4, and you just need these quick off goals because you don't want time to come off the clock there. So what was that, like 3-4 seconds came off the clock, and you're just keeping it respectable.
Yeah, and I kind of respect Debit for not forfeiting either. Of course, that is an option here in ones after the midway point, and just playing here, using this as just a way of getting touches, and I think it's probably safe to assume as well that Christian is taking a little easy, not playing as hard as he could, sweating as hard as he could, knowing the result is already done. So, got to keep that in mind. But that's gonna do it here for game number 4. We have a best of 3.
Yeah, best of 3 coming up. We go back to 3v3 for the game 5, and of course the winner of game 5 is gonna be on match point.
Yeah, and
so
I think I was gonna say, we always talk about how this is being the other players. I mean, right on, what's it like being the player sitting and watching your teammate playing the 1v1? Are you in free play? How do you stay warm going into that next game?
Yeah, training for sure, and just kind of hitting the ball and just kind of staying loose. I tend to try and watch as well. And I'm maybe a little bit different. I personally like to watch the 1v1, so I go check out the stream, and just kind of see how Lloyd Boy's doing, because he's our ones guy. But yeah, I mean, you just got to stay loose. I think that's why this first minute of this game 5 is super important, because you're gonna see who's been in training or who's been hitting the ball and who hasn't. Like, who's got to get quote unquote like re-warmed up, if you will. Of course, these two players are somewhat warmed up from that 1v1, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know if that's different for you, Luis, or you're probably the one doing the ones, so you probably have that warm up in that game, I guess.
Yeah, I think for us, I think the only time that a 1v1 has happened, I think, was when Caesar played Loyboy in, I think, our series. So, um, yeah, you're just sitting in free play. Um, I kind of prefer that than to watching, especially because I knew Caesar was going to lose that game, as he is the inferior player. And so, listen, I'm only saying that because he's in chat. But yeah. Anyways, enough yapping about our experiences, Rye Dog. We have a 3v3 game to go here, and of course, the winner of this game is on series point.
Yeah, just dominating performance from Christian the Plumber in Game 4, but can he repeat it in Game 5? We are under the sea in Aquadome for Game 5. Bearblitz is going to start this one. That's off the crossbar. Can he get a double? He can. It's going to go wide. But that is the start you want from Steel Army. I think if you can take this, Game 5, it gives you that flexibility of, hey, if if BNG pick Rumble or something that's not really your game mode, you have an extra life. That ball's gonna hit the crossbar, no immediate follow-up from BNG. It's gonna be Saikugo quickly turning on this, but nothing doing this time.
We're seeing a couple of whiffs from the players who didn't play in the 1v1, so that might give you a sense of how warmed up the players are. But here we go. Raisin Boy has a ball. Can he go for a double touch? He can. Plumber in the way. But Boost is running out here for the LAFC boys. See if Steel Army can capitalize.
Yeah, that midfield boost do not spawn. It's going to be a free ball for Saikugo. Hits it to the right post. It's going to be saved out from Raisin Boy. Deliverance is going to steal the boost away from Raisin Boy, and that's going to be a whiff. Saikugo's going to come in this time. That's a great cut to get that one on target. Debit with the clear, and Raisin Boy's the only one with boost right now. Can he get a clearance? He can. So Steel Army will reset. A little bit back and forth so far in this game. Yeah, maybe a little bit of nerves being how key this game is.
Yeah, big 50 from Bearblitz. Can he get back to it? He can. Another 50 on a player, but Saikugo's first. Steel Army not beating the second man to the ball right now. It's all BNG. But as I say that, Debit on net, Squizzball with the save, and he gets the boost.
Yeah, it's a big boost pickup from Squizzball. He's going to go for this. No, he's not. He's going to leave it for Raisin Boy. Just not going to beat out Saikugo. Debit's going to beat one. That ball's on target. Plumber has to get back to this and can't. Doesn't have any boost, and Steel Army take the lead in Game 5.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going in. I'm going to be completely honest, but Debit sneaks it in, top left, Plumber no boost, and Steel Army, again, in the 3v3 game mode, take the lead. I mean, this is kind of something that I didn't really expect, and of course, there's still 3 minutes to go, so plenty of game time for BNG to get back in it, but good signs if you're a Steel Army fan.
Yeah, the defense really from both teams has been just kind of awkward at times. And so you kind of say like, oh, the offense is going to score probably 90% of the time, but it's those pivotal moments. Debit's had a few crazy saves off the goal line. There's been a few from BNG as well that are just, you know, if the player's not in that right spot, that ball's bouncing another way. Debit's going to play this one in the middle. Another bump comes out. Where's the third player from Steel Army? Right there, it's Bearblitz, and it's right in the middle of the goal, and it's 2-0.
I was wondering where that third man was, and Bear just, you know, taking his time and slotting it above Saikugo. 2-goal lead for the runners-up in the league standings. Again, this would be an upset, in my opinion, if they get even one series here. So, yeah, kudos to Steel Army, but what does BNG have? They are the champions. What kind of response do they have?
Well, you would think a good one, but right, oh, what a save from Squizzball. That was dangerously close to being 3, but it's going to be Raisin Boy who clears this out right to Saikugo. That ball's going to be really awkward for Debit. Saikugo, free ball off the backboard. We'll call it a fake for Plumber. That one's going to go behind everybody, but Debit to the rescue, keeps it a 2-0 game. But like you said, it's going to be the offense from BNG that are going to be the difference makers coming back into this one. Plumber off of the side. Can he beat Bearblitz? He can. I think that's open, and it is, and it's going to be Christian the Plumber getting BNG back into this game.
Yeah, Christian the Plumber with just a fantastic pinch off the side wall, and it leads to him countering all by himself. And it's a good response, and there's still so much time in this game, and BNG are only 1 goal away from tying it up.
It's going to going to be a kickoff win from Razorboy. Here comes Bearblitz. Can he get this one on target? It's going to go up the backboard. Can he get a double? No. Plumber is there for the clearance. Razorboy has to get a win and does, but here comes Squizzball. Almost a full tank of boost. Can he get the dunk? No. Devitt's going to go off the backboard and get the win out. Bearblitz tries to sneak it by Saikugo, but Saikugo's smarter than that. Razorboy gets the clear. It's going to be a double commit from BNG. Nothing going this time, but once again, this ball is just hanging out in the orange half. That's a pass from Squizzball, but luckily the Steel Army defense was ready for it.
Yeah, and Steel Army playing a lot of defense here. They've got to lock in because it's all the pressure right now from BNG, and they are going to equal. Oh, no, they don't, but Plumber does. There it is, the equalizer. It was coming right, Dog. It must be said, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, just awkwardness coming out from Steel Army. And Christian the Plumber pounces on the loose ball and just taps it in. It had to be, really. And it's just Steel Army beating themselves up a little bit in this game 5. They've had opportunities, they've had chances to make a 3, and they do this time off the kickoff. It's Devitt with a really good stick from Bearblitz.
Yeah, lovely response from Steel Army. I mean, they had just conceded 2 goals, and I mean, the mental's got to be rough there, and good response from them. And do they have the ice to hold out this very high-powered BNG team?
We'll see. Bearblitz is going to play this over the Devitt. Devitt turns with no boost. That's a great save from Christian the Plumber to keep them in this match. Raisin Boy, that's a big miss. Bearblitz is going to keep this one. Squizzball getting bumped by Bearblitz, but it's going to be Mr. Plumber in the end. Can he get it by 1? He can, and there's bumps coming out! And Plumber does what plumbers do. Well, I guess this Plumber scores.
Yeah, shout out Saikugo here too. I mean, he's just causing havoc. He's the fullback through the hole there, and when you have Emmett Smith running behind you, I mean, that's pretty good. And Christian the Plumber ties it up, and again, back and forth we go. The 3v3 game modes have been super back and forth, and it's just going to come down to who has the ice here as we play with just under 40 seconds to go.
Oh, that ball popped out with Squizzball, but it's going to be a good save from Bearblitz. Devitt's going to just put this one on target. Can Plumber get there? Of course he can. He's going to play this over to Squizzball. Squizzball up the field. Dunks Bearblitz. Devitt has to rescue his team there off the backboard. Bearblitz going to get it by 1. No, it's just going to be a pass to Plumber. Razorboy has to get a touch on this and does. Over to the side, but there's 10 seconds left in this game. Any goal right now would be huge for both teams. Here comes Bearblitz. Can he put it on target? No. Plumber is going to be there. Devitt back in the middle. This ball is going to be there.
Oh my god, no
What
way.
just happened?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't know what just happened. The ball went in the net, Steel Army win the game, and like what? Yeah, I don't know, man. This is Rocket League, folks.
This is Rocket League. I have the snake pose, the cobra pose right now because I have no idea what just happened. I would love to hear the comms from both teams, really, of like what just happened there. And Steel Army get game 5, are on match point, and they have 2 lives the rest of the series. Once again, guys, just to reiterate for the 100th time, and I'm going to say it 100 more times. If BNG win this series, it's over. They're champs. They do the double, all of that fun stuff. But if Steel Army take this series, we do a bracket reset and we start all over from game 1 again. So this is a big win for Steel Army if they do want to keep competing for the championship.
Yeah, and I think we're still waiting on the game mode of BNG's choice, unless we do have it. Do we have it?
We do have it. It's going to be 2v2,
Oh, we do.
which I think is I mean, that's the right call, right? You're going to think it's Saikugo and Plumber. As we had a restart, but I think we're good. Yeah, I think we can just get into this. No issues, but it is a good reminder from Devitt here that both teams do have a timeout if they want to use it, and I don't think we're gonna use it. I'm gonna wait for. Yeah, we can just get into this game unless I think we can. Yeah, I think we're just gonna get going into this game 6. Steel Army wins they win the series, we go to a bracket reset. If BNG win this 2v2, then we go to Rocket League's favorite field, Champions Field, Game 7. But we got to pass through Neo Tokyo first and the infamous Bob's Ramen there at the top of midfield. Here we go. Luis, I have a funny feeling who I think you're going to pick, but why don't you tell the chat who you think's got this Game 6?
Yeah, I mean, you have to go Plumber here, obviously, but this map, man, this map is notorious for crazy stuff happening, and so can't count out Steel Army either. But again, I think so far, I mean, this would be an upset in my opinion, just for the series to go Steel Army's way. So what do the champions have here? I think that they've got an extra level. It must be said right. I think the Plumber can take us to an extra level, and this could be the first goal of the game, and it is. Christian the Plumber, no boost, no worries, 1-0.
Yeah, just a giant floater, 3/4 of the field. Then it's just a looping ball. Debit had boost and frankly had the time to get back, but it was just a little bit too fast of a looped ball there. And yeah, it's gonna be the LAFC boys starting off on the right foot. Of course, as results hold, we're gonna go to Champions Field, and I wouldn't be surprised. Obviously, these are the two best teams. As Saikugo free flips back to it, but Raisin Boy plays the patient game, and we're level just like that.
That's actually an insane save because he had no boost, so he had to do the free flip, and unfortunately he just can't get back to it. So Raisin Boy ties it up, but yeah, shout out Saikugo, man, that was a crazy save, but just didn't have enough boost in the tank.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Yeah, Saikugo, props to you. Did all you could there. As Debit's gonna beat him one. Can he get another? He can. Debit with the kickoff goal and a lead for Steel Army.
Yeah, and that's how important cheats are. I think in twos you should always cheat. I think that's a perfect example of that. Steel Army cheated, BNG didn't, and the cheating person ended up scoring. So good response from Steel Army. Let's see what changes we have here as another cheat goes to Steel Army's favor. And oh, Debit had an open net and he missed, but Raisin Boy, he missed as well, and BNG survived.
Yeah, but it's super awkward. You want to keep pressure on right now. Debit, that one's gonna go high off the crossbar. Plumber is there and gonna get a clearance out. Raisin Boy's kind of an awkward spot. Does just enough as Saikugo comes in. That ball's on target after a pinch from the defender, and Saikugo. I want to see how fast this was. Oh, only 64. I guess on my screen it looked a heck of a lot faster, but Saikugo and Raisin Boy combine past Debit, and we're level again.
Yeah, Saikugo just putting on a show, man. He's been so good all year for them, and this is the biggest moment of their cup journey, and he's putting on another show. But what does Steel Army have here? They have virtually no boost. Debit with a little bit, and it's not enough. The Plumber puts it in. Debit couldn't get to it.
Yeah, Raisin Boy's got to do a little bit better than that, I think. I don't think he wanted that touch into the middle at the end of the day, but you just can't just give the ball to Plumber right there, right? Plumber doing a really good job of taking the boost over the ball there, saying, hey, you can give me the ball after you play it from the goal line. And yeah, it's going to be 3-2 in favor of BNG this time. So back and forth affair in this 2v2 mode. Raisin Boy goes for a 50 to the side. It's going to be a race up the wall. Who's going to win? It's going to be Plumber this time, but with no boost. Debit, can he turn on this? He can't. He's just got to beat one, and does, but it's going to be awkward. That ball's going to go up for no reason. We'll call it a fake from Debit. Saikugo comes back this time, but boost is going to be not in the way of BNG at the moment. But when you have Christian the Plumber, you don't need boost. That ball's off the corner and in. Just a defensive lapse from Steel Army, and Christian the Plumber, insurance goal.
Yeah, Christian the Plumber, I mean, this guy, he's like first killer on Rogue, man. I mean, this guy's just doing it all. And man, this is what happens when you give the best players space on the pitch. They do stuff like that, and it's gonna be tough here if you're Steel Army when Christian the Plumber is playing at this level.
Absolutely. Raisin Boy can't get back to this one, and that's a quick double for Plumber. Not the touch you want if you're Raisin Boy, just playing it right back in the middle, and probably lost his flip there. I'm not sure what he's trying to play it across the net, but yeah, I think just lost his flip in the process, and just a free goal for BNG. Still plenty of time, of course. It is twos, another typically high scoring game mode, but yeah, you don't want to be giving freebies out to BNG given how good their offense is.
Yeah, and I think they've settled down here. I think BNG, I mean, Saikugo and Christian, these guys have a lot of chemistry, and they're really putting on a show here. I mean, this has been pretty dominant since they conceded that second goal, and it must be said, it looks like they're going to score the sixth before Steel Army scores their third, and ooh, Devitt to the rescue, but yeah, it's all BNG here.
Yeah, Saikugo gonna play to the corner. No, Raisin Boy hits the brakes in time and keeps this a 3-goal game. Devitt just gonna try and flip this one up. Raisin Boy goes for a big challenge, but here comes Plummer. That's gonna be a good 50. He's gonna unfortunately be off the field for 3 seconds for his efforts. Devitt's gonna win this one in the midfield. Saikugo just baiting Raisin Boy. Hey, come and challenge me. Come and challenge me. I got the lead. I don't need much else. Devitt, no boost. Can he get this turn on this? He can. It's not the flick he wants. Plummer and Raisin Boy connects, but nothing doing this time. This net is open if they can go quickly. No, Raisin Boy is back in time.
Saikugo going for the lead block here, but Raisin Boy jumps over it. But what a dunk from the Plumber, and Raisin Boy's no longer on the field. We look bound for a Game 7, right, dog? Honestly, it couldn't happen any other way with these two teams, and I'm excited. I'm excited for that Game 7, unless Steel Army has something to say here in these final 90 seconds.
Yeah, that might be a start. No, Christian the Plumber gets back in time. Yeah, the Steel Army offense just not looking as great as it was, and as I see that, another commentator's curse. It's a bump from Raisin Boy, and Devitt just playing it to himself off the sidewall. Is just gonna sneak it in by everybody. So plenty of time. 1 minute, 22 seconds left, and 2 goals. Definitely doable.
It's definitely doable indeed, and maybe this kickoff can be the start, but no, Saikugo, massive dunk. My goodness, Devitt rarely gets beat on kickoffs, it must be said, and that was really good from him, but balls in the blue half. What does Raisin Boy have? He has a 50. Can Devitt beat Saikugo? He can. This is awkward, but the Plumber, so good here on these awkward angles, and he's starting to just bully people. Right, dog, he's cooking.
Yeah, but that net is open. Saikugo's not going to get back to that in time, and Devitt, 5s and 4s on the board. And as soon as I saw Christian the Plumber flip back into that ball for a 50, just with no boost, there was no way for Saikugo to get back as well. And that's not what you want for BNG. You just got to play the boost game. You got to play the calm game. Don't just throw yourself at the ball. Be smart. And you have this one in the bag to go to a Game 7, but yeah, just not the play that they want. But of course, their offense is so powerful. It's going to be a fake from Raisin Boy, a fake from Devitt, but that's not going to be what you want. That's the insurance goal right back to BNG.
Yeah, double whiffs coming out from the Pittsburgh boys, and it's like Saikugo was probably thinking to himself, wow, that's got to be the easiest goal I've scored all season. And just when he thought Steel Army was back in it, BNG scored their 6th.
Yeah, it's just like it's just a confidence boost, right? Like the lead's cut to 1, and now it's now it's 3. Now it's 3. Plumber off the kickoff. I was gonna say it gets your confidence to back up a little bit of, hey, I have some room to play with that insurance goal. And if this is gonna even give you even more confidence, up 3 with 30 seconds left, yeah, unless you see some kickoff goals, which have happened in this game, to be fair, but yeah, it doesn't look likely. I think BNG might have this.
Yeah, they probably have this in the bag. Christian the Plumber on 850 points. Can we see a 1K game? There's still time to see a 1,000 point game, but he's off the field. Devitt on the aerial. Can he put it in the back of the net? He cannot. Saikugo putting the hand up, and looks like that Game 7 is gonna happen as we see a consolation goal here for Steel Army. I'm excited for the Game 7. I honestly don't know how to call it right off. I'm be honest.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a stupid statement. The team that scores first, I think, has the major advantage, right? The mental game of everything is, yeah, that's really smart from Saikugo. Just, hey, win the kickoff, but it's going to go straight to me. And yeah, Luis, we are going to have a Game 7 to determine these two teams. This is going to be an 8 goal from Saikugo. But it won't matter in the end other than for the stats. And yeah, Game 7. I mean, top 2 teams in the league, separated by like, what, 2 or 3 points in the league. I mean, it couldn't have happened any other way, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Just the way that the series has gone, I think the last 2 threes games have gone to Steel Army. So that could that be a thing that we see here in game number 7, just that continuation? Because honestly, I mean, coming into the series, I didn't think Steel Army really had a chance, just given how good BNG is. But credit to Steel Army, they got to 7, and of course, in game 7, anything can happen. And so I'm excited.
Yeah, I am also excited as well. I think, like I said, it's just been a battle of well, I think my keys for game 7 are who's going to play more defense, because the offense right now has been really clicking for both teams, and it's been more defensive laps per se that have let these goals go in. I mean, we've seen some individual brilliance, sure, but it's been more of the defense just being in awkward spots or just not getting the touch they want, or complete whiffs. And so if they can minimize those mistakes, that team's gonna win. Whichever team it is. If it's BNG or if it's Steel Army, it doesn't matter. Of course, if BNG win this game 7, it's over. They are the champions. But if Steel Army take game 7 here, we're gonna do it all over again and play another series, which would be insane. Reminiscent, Luis, if you remember, this was a few seasons ago. ECRC KC they went to bracket reset and played all games. Played 14 games that night.
That was for me the best finals in the history of this league. I've been around since season 4, I believe, and so yeah, hopefully we get something like that. And here we go, folks. Champions Field, game number 7. It's the best two words in esports. You know, we'll say esports. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, an early double commit from BNG. Are they looking a little nervous? It's going to be a huge clear from Christian the Plumber. Debit's going to have to play this one to the side. Squizzball with an easy read there. It's going to be super awkward for Bear Blitz. He's going to clear this right to Plumber. Debit's going to have to challenge. That ball goes wide. Razor Boy plays it up to Debit. That net is open. I'm not sure where the defense was. An advantage, Steel Army.
Yeah, there were 2 BNG players in the Steel Army net. That's how far away they were from their own goal, and Debit getting a little bit of a farming on the scoreboard, taking that goal. Again, in this 3v3 game mode, Steel Army, they have the first goal.
And I think it just kind of plays into my narrative a little bit of just, it's a defensive lapse, right? Just sending the house on the offensive end and just having an open net to shoot at. And so we'll see how the BNG boys respond after going down. Can they unleash the Plumber, the MVP? Can he come out in big games, or will we see a bracket reset to determine our SGL championship winner? Debit battling Squizzball in the corner. This ball once again just kind of hanging out on the orange half. It's going to be a clearance out from Steel Army and a demo from Plumber. Saikugo is back from the shot from Raisin Boy. As they go and start again. Saikugo, no, not this time. It's looking a lot cleaner from Steel Army's perspective. A little bit nerve-wracking maybe for BNG right now, not getting the touches that they want. As Debit and Razor are going to 50 each other. Bear Blitz doesn't have a lot of boost. That's going to be a free shot for Saikugo, but Bear Blitz in the right spot, in the right moment. But we'll see how Plumber can impact this game, Luis. I mean, he's the guy you got to circle right now.
Yeah, Christian the Plumber, MVP, best player in the league. BNG needs him, right now. So if you're listening to the Plumber, get locked in. Your team needs you. But again, there's just so much time to go. I mean, it's only a 1-goal game, so BNG has so much time.
Yeah, it's going to be a good clearance from Debit. He's going to get back to this. Plumber doesn't have boost. Razor Boy, a backflip. Debit, can he 50 this one out? No, Squizzball gets back in time. He's going to play this one over. Who's going to turn for this for Steel Army? It's Debit. That's on target. And it's far down in. Debit doubles the lead.
Yeah, credit. Putting it in. The accountant, Debit. Wow, what a shot. I mean, that's just placement Peter there. And are we going to another series? Is the bracket reset going to happen? BNG, of course, don't want this to happen, but I think the chat, it must be said right on. I think they want another series.
Frankly, I want another series too. I'm just here for the good Rocket League gameplay. No matter how many games it goes. Raisin Boy off the backboard. We'll call it a tactical backflip. Plumber races back in time. We are at the halfway point of this pivotal game 7. Plumber, can he do a solo play? It's gonna go under 1. Debit is gonna be right where he needs to be in time. Saikugo, it's the ball on target. Debit, we'll call it a fake out. I'm not sure what the plan was there, but it's Plumber on the ball. That ball's wide. Bearblitz is going to try and control this in the corner, but it's going to go right to Christian the Plumber. Devitt's going to be challenged with trying to dodge demos and bumps, but gets the clear out in the end. Bearblitz is going to play this one off the corner. Raisin Boy, can he get there? No. Devitt, clean up. No. Plumber is there in time. And this next goal is really going to determine this game. If it's BNG, of course, they are right back in this game. But if it is Steel Army, that might be the nail in the coffin. We might actually have a bracket reset. Raisin Boy up to the middle. It's going to go right to Saikugo, who just pounds it forward. Bearblitz is awkward. He's going to get the touch in the end. This Devitt this time is going to 50 it out. I think Devitt's finally turned on his monitor this game to help his boys out. Under 90 seconds left this time. Saikugo, can he get it by one? No, he can't. It's going to be a double commit, though, from Steel Army. How's that going to open things up for PG? They just don't have the boost. They're playing really scared right now. They've got nothing to lose. There's a minute left. You got to start going for these balls right now if they want a chance to get back in this game.
Steel Army not committing numbers forward, and they could have a third here. Where is the follow-up? Nowhere to be found. Oh, I kind of dislike when teams do that, just sit in, even though they're winning. I think just got to put pressure. But yeah, so far, I mean, Steel Army are holding on, but that's a whiff. Can they capitalize? They can't. And Steel Army, they look comfortable. It really must be said.
Yeah, Devitt, can he get this one on target? No, that's a big miss. It's going to be Bearblitz bailing his team out this time. That ball on the sidewall. Plumber's going to play this over to Squizzball. Squizzball's there. That ball's post, but it's not going to go in. Was that the chance to get back in this series? Saikugo off to the side. Here comes Bearblitz for Steel Army. But yeah, they don't need to commit numbers forward. They just need to play into the hands of themselves, really, and just let BNG just kind of throw the ball away just like that. Raisin Boy up to Devitt. That's going to be a tactical backflip to get back to this ball. Can he 50 Saikugo? He can off the backboard. 15 seconds left. Big miss from Raisin Boy. Plumber is going to clear this one out, but Bearblitz, that clearance might have just done it. Luis, we're going to have a bracket reset, the grand final.
Yeah, shout out Steel Army. They won the last 3v3 games in this series. I thought that's something that was virtually impossible. And so, yeah, wow. We are going to a bracket reset. And of course, folks, if you are new to bracket resets, of course, in this tournament, we have a loser's bracket. And this, of course, being the first series loss for BNG, gives them an extra life. And so, here we go, a best of 7 Rydog to see who wins the SGL Championship Cup in season number 9.
Where does this rank now, Luis, in your top series? We'll say series, not just finals, all series of all time. Because I can think of a few, even some best of 5s that were really good. I can think of some best of 7s that were really good. I mean this has to be top 5, right?
Yeah, depending on what we see in this next series, I mean, like I said earlier, I said in Discord the other day, that KC ECRC bracket reset, that was the most hype like final I've ever seen. But hey, we had a game 7 in the first series. Can they recreate that game 7 in the second series here? Of course, Steel Army playing the role of KC in that matchup, and BNG playing the role of ECRC. So of course, if you're a BNG fan, you don't want that to happen. But yeah, so far, I mean, we have potential here, right, Og, for a cinema sort of all-time SGL final.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if this goes 7 again, this would be absolutely crazy. And for all of those in chat that are saying, can we ban the game modes that are already played?
1v1s.
No, you cannot. Unfortunately, it is a brand new series. I think if we knew this bracket reset was happening, of course we never do, but I would be kind of more inclined to do that. But we are not. We're not going to do that. As we thank you, Doughboy, for putting up the bracket there. So of course we're going to play another best of 7 to determine our grand champ. They get grand champ rank, grand champ rewards if you win this series. No, chat, thanks for tuning in. I guess we already had one best of 7. Give us your predictions for this next best of 7, because I think this is going to go a few different ways, which is kind of a stupid statement, but I think this might either be a complete sweep for BNG, because I think I agree with you, Luis. I think they do have the best team. in the league right now in the championship, and this could be a sweep, or we're gonna go back to Game 7. I don't think this is going 5. I don't think this is going 6. This is either going 7 or it's going 4.
Yeah, and I think what was it Toe Death? Did he say earlier? He said Toad said so we have to see another Devin and Plumber 1v1. Damn. Yeah, I think that's almost. It's not obviously guaranteed, but I think that's going to be pretty likely with this series. I see a lot of people in chat not happy with the 1v1s. I'll be honest, as somebody who loves 1v1s, Rydog, the like the pro scene, the best of the best. Unfortunately, all of us are really bad at the game, and so 1v1s can get kind of tedious at our rank. I think when you're watching Diaz and Rawas and Moxie, that's fun, but you know the 1v1s for us we're bad at the game, so it's not as fun to watch as the 3v3. I'll agree with chat there.
I mean, you can watch all of the Tavon Austin highlight reels. You can watch all the beast mode comps on YouTube and everything. But yeah, you are not you're not either one of those people. So yeah, quite unfortunate. But I wanted to thank everybody tuning in to chat. I want to name everybody, but there's so many people. We appreciate it. I know Serrano just popped in. Having some controversial takes in the chat. Don't like that. But I do see some series predictions. We got Bird Nana at BNG in 5, Steel Army in 6, Skyline on the fence as always. Caesar doesn't have a prediction. Where's your prediction, brother man? What else we got? Throw your predictions in the chat. Serrano, you just got here. What we got? Best of 7. What's happening?
Yeah, I mean, you highlighted the chat. We have so many like unique people typing in the chat for this championship stream, so I really appreciate it. And I know I was a little bit late to the stream for game number 1, so want to shout out KJ Doughboy as well, being available to stream. Appreciate him, and of course all the graphics all season have been his. So you know, we were glazing him at the beginning of the season, so we'll glaze him at the end too, because the graphics have been just so nice, and just a step up in terms of quality for the league. So yeah, shout out KJ Doughboy doing his thing. And yeah, we're just waiting on both teams now.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get into the game as these teams join, but we got some more predictions in chat. Caesar BNG in 6. Nelly thinks Hounds in 7. Luis, what do you got for your prediction? And then I'll try and think of mine here as you're talking.
I'll be honest. I'll go BNG in 6. I think they're gonna lose a 3v3 and then get it back with the 1v1 and then kind of just dominate after that. I think game 1's a toss up, but I think once they get that 1v1 victory, I think it'll be momentum for them, and it'll give Christian the Plumber more more confidence to kind of finish off this pesky Steel Army team. But who knows? Could be wrong. I mean, I didn't think we'd be in the second series, so we're here.
Yeah, exactly. And I, of course, give Steel Army credit to where it's due. They popped off when it mattered most, but I think it was more just BNG not being BNG in those individual moments that happened, right? I think we're just so used to them being, you know, this high-powered team offensively and really defensively. Like I mentioned before, the defense just not really up to standards really for both teams, I thought. Slash that I thought I've seen them play better over the course of the season. So we'll see if that impacts anything. But yeah, if I have to give my prediction, I said it's either going to go 7 or going to go 4. I'm going to pick 4. I'm going to be bold. I don't know if that's going to be right, but I'm going to pick it, and I'm going to back it BNG in 4. As because Rocket League fatigue is a thing, man.
Yeah, it is.
Rocket League fatigue is a thing. So here we go. Game 1, bracket reset. Winner of this best of 7 is your SGL Season 9 Championship champions.
Yeah, and here we go. I'm super curious to see if the 3v3 to see a whiff from Bear Blitz. See how good Steel Army is in their 3v3, because it's been so good in the past 3v3 games. Oh my goodness, so many threes. But yeah, so far, LAFC boy is putting pressure on the orange half. Debit no boost, Raisin Boy no boost. Double commit from Bear Blitz and Debit. It's all BNG so far to start.
And I think this is what you want, right? This is what they're so good at. It's just keeping the pressure on the orange end. It's like Kuko's going to play a back pass to Plummer's going to play it kind of to the open side of the field. But yeah, I think you just got to get Plummer in these offensive spots. Him just kind of rescuing the team from, you know, big save after big save isn't obviously what you want in the end. You want him at the attack. You want Kuko bumping. You want Squizzball cleaning up in the back. I think Squizzball's been okay this series at times. I think he's kind of the defensive menace, if you will, on this team. Given, of course, Plummer doing a lot of the stat lifting, if you will. Bear Blitz is going to hit that ball off the crossbar. No goals yet for either team, but as a pinch comes out as we reset. But yeah, no goals early on, Luis, and I think that just shows how maybe a little bit of nerves going on, but really shows how both teams are kind of making the adjustments they need to.
Yeah, and of course we are approaching 12 o'clock Eastern, so let's see if fatigue plays in for Steel Army, as of course the West Coast boys have a little bit more. Oh, we're seeing team bumps coming out of Steel Army, man. These guys are hanging on by a thread as it just continues to pile on the orange end, but they get out.
They get out, and on the attack, Saigugo gonna clear this out. This ball doesn't have boost, gonna give this right to Bear, but thankfully Plummer was ready. Gets the clearance, can he get the shot? He can't. Devitt with a really good save. Out and 50 out to the side. Can Raisin Boy get back to this? He doesn't have a lot of boost. Gonna play this to the side. No bumps coming out from either team. Bear Blitz with the miss, and Plummer doing what Plumbers do, scoring in big games. And against kind of the run of play, if you will, it's gonna be B&G on the board first.
Yeah, just a massive clearance from Plummer, and Bear, like you said, caught out there. And for the first 3v3 game, and I think three or four games, B&G have the lead. So good start if you're a B&G fan. As we see Squizzball, oh, we could have made it too, and they will indeed make it to Plummer. Picks up the second goal of the game, and what a start after losing that first series.
Yeah, what a pass from Saikugo. Knew he couldn't get it on target. Just slots it across to Christian the Plumber. It's going to be an insurance goal for B&G in this game one. Who's going to start it on the right foot, or the front foot, in this best of 7 winner take all series? Right now it's B&G. Plummer up the sidewall, just going to ping this one down. It's not going to hit the ceiling. It's going to be super awkward for really everybody involved. Double commit from Steel Army. Devitt doesn't get the touch. Bear Blitz, though, is going to be there in time. It's going to be a miss from Devitt, but luckily the third man was enough to make a challenge for Steel Army, but haven't seen a ton of offense from them here in this game one. Yeah, is it fatigue? I mean, is it B&G making some defensive adjustments as we see a pinch come out? I'm not sure where that ball went.
Did Bear Blitz save that?
I'm not sure. I heard another ball touch, but Director Cam not really doing us any favors at the end of the day. Is that net open? It is. Saikugo gets the third. And I don't want to say the nail's in the coffin, but it's definitely on the coffin.
Yeah, double commit out of the bag for Steel Army, and Saikugo from downtown, and it's all B&G, folks. Normal scheduling has resumed here on the stream. I mean, this is more of what I expected coming into the series. And B&G, I mean, maybe they're more motivated, you know? They thought it was going to be a cakewalk, and they had a little bit more resistance than they thought they were going to have, and now they're showing out here.
Absolutely. It's going to be a demo from the third man for Steel Army. Bear Blitz is going to get up this time. Oh, that was on target. It's a great save from none other than Mr. MVP himself, Christian the Plumber. Once again, doing what Plumbers do best, putting up stats in big games. Demet off the sidewall, but it's going to be how Bear Blitz and Saikugo come together, and a lot's going on the screen, but no goals right now to show for it. And yeah, it's been just classy from B&G old timers here in this game, just doing what they do best: offensive pressure, obviously scoring a lot of goals, and yeah, I think we can kind of wrap up this game here, unless Saikuga is that going to go on? No, so, of course, Christian the Plumber clean up detail for his hat trick in game one, and yeah, I think the nail's in the coffin, Luis.
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo in the profile picture, Real Madrid on the banner. the Plumber playing just like CR7 in his prime. I mean, he's had a ridiculous season, and he's online here as we start the second series over the final, getting the demo there, putting the hurt into Steel Army. And you know, as Nelly points out, this is a repeat of the first series. You know, Nelly brings up that BNG did win game number 1 as well, so gonna be looking to see if we do go to Snow Day, just
I'm
as
sure
we
we
did.
will.
And yeah, I see that's the thing. I assume we will as well. And we'll see if history repeats itself. But as we see here in game number 1, it's been all Christian the Plumber and LAFC.
Yeah, like I said, chat, I wish we could have kind of not banned the game modes, but been like, hey, you gotta pick something else, something that's already not been picked. But yeah, I have a funny feeling we're gonna see Snow Day. Yep, 100% confirmed in the chat. We are going to gosh, what's the PP? What's the Penguins arena called? PPNG Paint P something Paint Arena. I'm going there later this year. I'll be able to
That would be up your
confirm that.
alley.
Yeah, Debit, it's in chat. Let me know. Yes, Palace, welcome in. This is the bracket reset. Game 7, Palace. You missed an absolute banger of a series. So far. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we're going back to the hockey rink, and I mean, you would think it would favor Steel Army again, just like it did in Series 1, but maybe LAFC made some adjustments. We'll see. The puck was kind of bouncing a little bit weirdly, I thought, in that first series. Not as flat up against the walls and ground as it normally is, but we'll see. Anything can happen.
Playboy Farty saying he is confused. Of course, Playboy Farty, this is the bracket reset. Since BNG had not lost a series in the cup, they had an extra life, and so that's what we're going through right now. Both teams are now with 1 series loss in the cup, and so whoever wins this series is your championship cup champions. So here we go. Like we said, chat, we're playing with the puck again. It went in favor of Steel Army in the first series. Does BNG have a response to what they did in that first series?
We'll see. Raisin Boy off the ceiling. Can he get back to this? He can't. Say Kugo and the rest of BNG starting on the offensive foot to start this hockey game. Squizzball keeping it in to the corner as Debit comes into clearance. But yeah, I mean, you would think that Steel Army have the advantage here in this game. But yeah, pretty even so far. Squizzball, that's going to be on target, but no, Debit is going to race back in time. And Luis, truthfully, I wish definitely just at least one of us knew anything about this game mode and how to play it effectively, because I feel like we could give some better commentary. But all we know is puck flat, and puck doesn't really bounce.
Yeah, physics in this game mode seem to be of a different universe to the normal Rocket League, so just feels like it's the luck of the draw. But so far, nothing to show for offensively for Steel Army a minute in, and it's gonna be in their end again. Steel Army having to play a lot of defense here to start game number 2.
Garbless with a huge clearance. Oh, the puck's just gonna float all the way down to the side. Here comes Raisin Boy. That's gonna go out the backboard. This is gonna be super awkward. Oh, that does not just flop in for Steel Army. That was the chance. As Plumber comes back into the middle. Somebody there. Saikugo is there to finish off the pass. Was that a ceiling pass? Yeah, we'll call it a ceiling pass from none other than Mr. MVP over to his partner in crime, Saikugo. 1-0 BNG.
Yeah, Debit just late to jump there. I assume he saw Saikugo there, and if not, Saikugo just sneaking up on the blind spot of Debit's car. And good start for Black and Gold. Steel Army responds. This could be a chance, but the Plumber cuts off the would-be attack. But yeah, he's doing so well right now, the Plumber. It must be said for his team. And Saikugo puts it off the crossbar. What a shot. Second goal of the game for him, and second goal for his team.
Oh, what a shot from Saikugo. I know you were just saying that Christian the Plumber's been doing a lot in this series, which is 100% true, but right now it's Saikugo, the offensive MVP of Game 2. gonna, yeah, double his goal tally and give the insurance goal back to BNG. But here comes Debit off of the sidewall. Can he get the touch? He can. It's gonna be a 50. Oh, how does that not go in for Debit and Co? That ball's gonna be cleared out as far as Bear Blitz, but no, Christian the Plumber and Squizzball are gonna get this one out in the end. I don't really know how that didn't go in from Debit, but yeah, I also don't know anything about this game out, so whatever.
Yeah, and so far, offensively, it just seems like Steel Army's a little out of sorts. As the Plumber, I thought he was going to get a demo there. Surely that should have been a demo, but he was not rewarded. And yeah, if you're Steel Army here, it feels like you got to just kind of go all out. I mean, goals are hard to come by in this game mode, and so far, they haven't really created much. As we see Raisin Boy, can he create something? He can, but Debit keeping the puck in the offensive zone, but just no real shots on the net, right, Dog?
Yeah, I agree. It's the funny thing about Snow Day, at least for me, is that it's a very predictable game mode. You want the ball on the backboard, you want the ball on the sidewall. Saikugo is going to get his hat trick, another bar down ski, and with under 2 minutes to play, it's 3-0 to BNG, and it's just like the predictability of the game is just different. It's just you know the puck's gonna stick to the wall. You know it's gonna stick to the backboard, and so you just have to play. It's not an air game. It's definitely a ground game. It's definitely a surface game. As Plumber, can he get on the score sheet? No. Good save from Bear Blitz. This one a 3-goal game, but and just right now for Steel Army on offense, they're just being too predictable on offense. As Saikugo is gonna squeak in the fourth. He is on one in this game too.
Saikugo 4 goals, BNG 4 goals. It's been the Saikugo show. And yeah, it looks, I'll be honest, I think we're going to game number 3 here with BNG just 2 games away from winning the cup. And credit to them to have this sort of mental after losing that first series in heartbreaking fashion. They come back and are really showing you what champions are made of. And I think they will indeed be well on their way to winning the double this season, right, Dog? The momentum of the series is just all in the LA boys' favor.
Yeah, I think it's going to take. It's not only going to take Steel Army maybe performing a little bit better and those sorts of things to get back in the series, but I think BNG have just played so well in this series. As Bear Blitz gets a demo, and Debit's going to take care of the puck this time and put it in the back of the net. So there's some hope, a little bit of a glimmer of hope for Steel Army there. But yeah, I think BNG royally have to turn off their monitors, really to definitely throw away this game. But yeah, it's gonna take a lot for Steel Army to get back in this series.
Love KJ in chat, the hockey references for what we're seeing on the field. I love that. And yeah, let's see if Steel Army can make it close here at the end, but this could be the 5th, and it is Saikugo. Of course, it had to be Saikugo. It couldn't have been anyone else. He puts in the 5th of the game for his team and for himself, and that's about GG's for game number 2.
Yeah, GG's indeed. These last 42 seconds are going to be just a formality in the end, and I guess I know we've talked a lot about just obviously how good BNG have been so far in these 2 games. Are they going to get another one? Squizzball on the score sheet this time to get a 6. Somebody different than Saikugo.
Yeah, for real.
Scoring in this game too. What a dunk from Squizzball getting on the score sheet. But I guess what has to be done for Steel Army to get back in the series? I know I call the sweep, so I might be personally rooting for BNG just so my prediction's correct. But I like Steel Army, I like Debit, I like the accounting gang, but what do they have to do to get back in this series?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think the 3v3 game mode, which we will go to in the next game, of course, chat, they just kind of have to play like they did in the series number 1. Game number 1, they came out really slow and tentative, and yeah, it's just can't really do that against a team of BNG's caliber. And so this is a really, really big. It's a must-win game. They have to win game number 3 if they have any chance of winning the cup, let alone this series.
Yeah, and I know they've become a lot more common in RLCS, of course. The best of 7 reverse sweeps, but there's only a small handful of them, maybe what 10, 12 over the course of time in RLCS, and so and truthfully, there's not a ton of parallels between a league like that and a league like ours, but so I wouldn't put I wouldn't put your channel points on it, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I agree. I mean, this offense right now, Saikugo obviously popping off in this game too. But yeah, the offense right now for BNG is just unstoppable, regardless of game mode. And so it comes down to, once again, Steel Army, can you stop the bleeding of BNG just being that good on offense, and can you kind of create some mischief on their own? Because I think they've done a really good job in that first series of getting demos, getting bumps, just being kind of awkward, and that's how they've been able to score and create offense in the series. So can they create more of that mischief?
Yeah, I mean that's going to be a recipe for success if you're Steel Army. But just want to shout out before we get into game number 3. I mean, Saikugo again on your screen, 5 goals. I mean, Saikugo just doing it all, and again, he's probably for me the most underrated player in the championship, or one of, and so he's putting in just a brilliant performance when his team needs him the most. So, yeah, shout out Saikugo there, a longtime veteran of this league, and also a champion in SGL. So he's been here before, and he's just putting on a show. But here we go, chat. Game number 3 has to be a game win if you're Steel Army. You feel like, and if you're BNG, man, the sweep is right around the corner.
Yeah, but of course they have to get through this 3v3 game mode, which they luckily, of course, won game 1. But since then, it's really been Steel Army in those 3v3 game modes as of late. Once again, it's BNG on the attack to start. Plumber, can he get the floating one in? No, Devitt's going to clear this one high and kind of straight, actually. I was going to say high and wide, but it's really wide. But nonetheless, the ball's just hanging out in the orange half. Just a lot of I don't know what's going on. A lot of stagnation going on from the Steel Army defense. I think that's just mainly fatigue, Luis, is BNG are going to pounce on that.
Yeah, I can't really tell what the difference is, apart from just a lot of static movement from Steel Army that we just didn't really see in the first series. They look shell-shocked here. It's been all BNG, and yeah, I don't really know where they go from here. They just look to be playing a little tentative. I can't say that word, but hopefully y'all know what I mean. It's just not the Steel Army team that we saw in the first series.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I mean, it's tomorrow right now for those guys. You see a double demo coming out from Bearblitz. Can they get this one on target? That one's floated in, but no follow from Steel Army as Plumber's going to clear this one out. And yeah, I think it's fatigue, right? It's, like I said, it's tomorrow for them. It's playing 7 games of Rocket League and coming back and playing another 7 games of Rocket League is very, very tough. As Plumber gets another clearance out, as finally the ball's been at least in the blue half for a little bit of time. What a fake from Christian the Plumber. Saikugo didn't want to go. Didn't really have the angle to get that ball on target. But yeah, Steel Army definitely needs some help here on the offensive end if they want to come back in this game and in this series.
Raisin Boy backboard, leaves it for Devitt. Devitt up the wall. Can he pass mid to his brother? He goes for a 50 of sorts, and it's just being completely red. All the energy is with the blue side. They look for the second goal here. Can they get it? They can. Devitt to the rescue. But this should be a chance for Saikugo, and Raisin Boy comes up big. It's all BNG. Steel Army. Just look, shell-shocked here. Oh, we're own goaling. We almost own goal.
Squizzball's trying to give them a goal, and they still can't buy a goal. Squizzball's going to put another touch on it, but doesn't really do anything with the ball. Saikugo, that's just going to float in. Is it not? It is. Saikugo, the game 2 goal scoring machine, gets on the board in game 3 to give another insurance goal, or I guess an insurance goal for BNG.
And like we said, it's just all BNG. It feels like all the momentum here right off. It's just completely out of their sails. The regular season champs, they're here to play, and they're taking people off the field, and they're running up the score. It's 3-0 BNG.
Yeah, it's just a little slow from Steel Army. Unfortunately, it's just fatigue, man. I hate to say it, and they might say something different in the post-game interviews if we have those, but yeah, it's just not the Steel Army we used to seeing. Of course, we saw I wouldn't even say we saw peak Steel Army in that last series as well. I think, like I said, they just got a little bit lucky of BNG not playing up to their standards, but I wish we would see the peak Steel Army because they're a great freaking team. Obviously, they went second in the league, and of course, they made it all the way here to the Cup final and got the bracket reset. They just haven't been able to find their footing in this second series. Christian the Plumber, can he get this one? No. The third man bump from Bear Blitz is going to keep this game at 3-0. Devitt finally on the attack for Steel Army. Can he get this one? No. Plumber and Squizzball team up for the clearance, but once again, it's almost too little too late now, but we still have 90 seconds left. Still plenty of time to get back in this game, but these big long clearances and these quick counterattacks from BNG are just really hard to kind of sustain any sort of offense if you're Steel Army. So we see Devitt's going to try and clear this one from the corner. Once again, it's just Squizzball going at it, keeping the pressure on for BNG Oldtimers. As Saikugo is going to try and get a demo and does, but Hazenboy is there in time, but Christian the Plumber from his brother Saikugo, and it is 4-0 BNG, and this game I think is done and dusted. And will we see a sweep?
Right, I mean, listen, you predicted a sweep or Game 7, and I think we're going to get the former. I mean, this is kind of what I expected going into the first series, as we see some playful team bumps here coming out. I mean, confidence is at an all-time high here. If you're BNG, just suffocating Steel Army here, and at this point for Steel Army, man, I don't even know what you do. You're being completely pounded by the champions. They've pounded everybody this season. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, these guys are killing everybody, and yeah, it's gonna be a tough. I don't see a reverse sweep happening. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I think my Game 7 prediction is out of the window at the moment, unless we see some monitors turn on from Steel Army. But yeah, it's gonna be Bear Blitz off the backboard. 15 seconds left. Another demo comes out for Steel Army, but demos unfortunately don't equal goals. The time ticks down from 10 seconds. We have a 3-0 lead for BNG Oldtimers, and they have 4 match points to become champions.
And again, Saikugo topping the leaderboard for BNG. He's been tremendous. Might be my MVP for the final. Maybe a sneaky MVP for Saikugo. Of course, we know what the Plumber offers, but Saikugo he's been so good. So shout out to him. And yeah, for Steel Army, it just feels like they used up all that energy in the first series. They're really not showing much here in the second one. And of course, they do have the pick for game mode. So looking forward to seeing what they go with.
They are going with another extra mode. So chat, you're getting your wish. The one of the extra modes that was not picked, we're going to see in this Game 4, it is Drop Shot. We're going to see Drop Shot for Game 4, potentially a championship, or can Steel Army survive into another 3v3 game, which once again, it's in barring that first game and Game 1, they've looked really, really good in those 3v3s, Luis. I know we've said it a lot, but they just haven't been able to re-get that form. And frankly, like I said, I think it's due to fatigue and BNG just outright dominating with class in this second best of 7. So we're going to get right into Drop Shot, I think. I don't think there's anything we're waiting on except for the teams to figure out that we are in a giant hexagon.
We are
And
indeed.
yeah, Luis, you are fairly good at this game mode, and Kuv is not here because I'd be asking him probably instead of you. But what are the mechs for this game mode? What are the strategies? What do you do if you're maybe on Steel Army side? Like, how do you get back in the series using Drop Shot?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. You gotta pray to all the old and the new gods. I mean, we're talking. We need some Game of Thrones, Melisandre sort of magic here to see Steel Army back in it. But yeah. I mean, what about you, Ryback? What do you think?
I mean, yeah, we're gonna see. We don't want to see that from Steel Army as they finally get their first damage on the board, but it's a ton of damage coming out from BNG to open this game as Devitt's gonna answer with some damage of his own. But yeah, I mean, this is more of an aerial game, which I think favors BNG a little bit more as we see the first hole opening up on the side of BNG. But I think this is a game mode too where you can get some bumps, you can get some demos and kind of make people awkward. Of course, boost does regenerate, and so can you make things a little bit awkward for the other team as that pinch is going to go all the way down the other end for Steel Army. Squizzball and Bearblitz fake. Squizzball's just kind of hanging out. Oh, it's going to be damage for Saikugo. It's actually going to be mega damage. As that ball's going to be on target, and Plummer's going to finish it off. Just had to tap it down. And I don't know if there's a miscommunication here from... Oh, it's a double commit coming out from Steel Army. And Christian the Plumber says, thank you very much. I will tap this in for 1-0 to BNG. And yeah, that is not the start if you want. Or you want if you're a Steel Army fan. But of course, if you're BNG, you are loving this. You are not happy with the way your team played in the latter half of that first series. And to start off this series 3-0 up and 1-0 up in game 4, it's gotta feel good.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Steel Army, and it's going from bad to worse here. There are more holes on the red side than the blue side, and you know, if you go down 2 goals in this game mode, it's just so hard to come back. It's really that simple. And so if you're Steel Army, you need a goal fast, and it's just not coming. But this could be good damage. Still no regular size holes for Steel Army. Can they make it here? That's good. There's finally an opening for Steel Army, but the Plumber takes it the other direction.
And that pinch across, I don't think that's on target, but Devitt is going to have to deal with this. A little bit of time. Doesn't get the flick though, past Saikugo. Saikugo goes up again. Gonna get more damage for BNG. Plumber comes in and beats 2. Can Saikugo dunk this down? He's gonna elect to fake this and just get the damage anyway. Bearblitz is gonna clear this out, but it goes right to Plumber. Can Squizzball tap this in? He can't. Finally, a decent sized hole opened up for Steel Army. Can they capitalize? Bearblitz over to Devitt. Devitt is backwards. Plumber, oh, what a stop from Raisin Boy to keep this 1-0, but just the team bumps and the team pinches the other side, not helping things out. Devitt gonna play this one across. Saikugo. Nothing this time. Bearblitz, can he get the touch over to Devitt? He can, but just, you can tell that the BNG boys are just kind of hanging out and waiting for Steel Army to make mistakes like that, and then they're pouncing. There's more damage and more holes open up for BNG. Can they get an insurance goal before Steel Army score their first? They cannot. Raisin Boy ties things up. Of course, they're a little bit behind with all the damage to their side, but that's how you get back in this series. That's how you get back in this game.
Yeah, lovely 50 by Raisin Boy, and they finally get their first goal of the game, but it must be said their side is it's a dam with a lot of holes in it. And right now, they need holes of their own, and so what do they have? They're on cup point. Do they have a response as that red hole gets bigger and bigger?
Devitt plays this across to Bearblitz. That ball will not drop, unfortunately. Raisin Boy will get this one to drop. So a little bit of damage for Steel Army. They are back in this game. They are looking a heck of a lot better, but Plumber, can he do it? Yes, he can. So the advantage for BNG pays off. Saikugo to Plumber, the dynamic duo. Not very drop shot-esque, but like I said before Series 1, they all count the same. And it's going to be 2-1 to LAFC. And they can smell the trophy.
Yeah, and it's less than 90 seconds away from them doing the double in the championship. Does Steel Army have anything here? They're getting completely manhandled. Do they have a response? It looks like they're more likely to concede the third then score the equalizer, but still a lot of time left. What do they have?
A little bit of damage there on the side, but they need to get that ball colored orange. They do. Razorboy's just going to play this to the side. That's a whiff from Squizzball, but Plumber is there to get the damage over on the other side. Debit lets that drop, so they're going to have to start again with a new ball. Razorboy gets this one over. Is that going to drop? Oh, no. It's going to be a weird bounce. Bear Blitz does spike this down for them. Debit gets the hole opened up. So there's the hole that they're going to try and snipe, if you will, for Steel Army to get back in this game. Razorboy, that's there. Can Bear Blitz get there? He can. It's 2-2.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I didn't see this coming, but Bear Blitz ties up the game. 26 seconds to go. They still have a lot to do, Rydog, because their side is a little bit damaged, but it's doable if you're Steel Army.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to get back in this series, is you just need one goal at a time against, of course, this highly offensive BNG old-timers. Kind of a mini triple commit there, but Debit's going to win this one, and Razorboy's there. Can Debit get this one down? There's mega damage on the line and gets it. Saikugo plays this over. Bear Blitz gets a touch and some more damage for BNG. Is there a hole opened up? There is. It's only one cell, though, as we go into overtime. Winner for BNG, and they take the trophy. If Steel Army score, we head to another game. They stay alive in this series. That ball's not going to do well for Squizzball. That ball just bounces off the edge of the map. Plumber, can he get this one down? No. Razorboy comes in this time, battling with Saikugo. Can he get another touch? He can't. Debit, that's mega damage over to the side of Steel Army. They have a lot of cells damaged, but no holes opened up just yet. Saikugo and Bear Blitz. Oh, Plumber is there. Razorboy and Saikugo up. Razorboy's gonna win this one. Squizzball plays this down. Debit, that's a huge hole opened up for Steel Army. Can they come back in this game? It's gonna be a fake. Plumber gets damage of his own. Who's gonna be the first one? It's gonna be Saikugo. A fake. Squizzball gets the 50. That ball is down. Is that in? No. Plumber 50s it with Bear Blitz. Oh, that's super awkward for Bear Blitz. Razorboy has to clear this out. Here goes Squizzball. Can he be the hero? No. It's gonna be Debit. Saikugo lets that drop. I'm not sure why. Plumber gonna clear this one out, and now a ton of holes opened up for Steel Army. Plumber gets that save to prevent any more damage. Razorboy has to be very careful here. That ball's gonna bounce out to Debit. What an absolute cinema this game has been for both sides. Debit, Plumber's gonna play this across. Oh, that's an awkward bounce. Who is there for either team? It's gonna be Saikugo coming in and getting a demo. Super awkward for Debit. Is that ball gonna drop down? No, Squizzball can't get there. Luis, this is cinema.
It is cinema, but this is not looking good for Steel Army. Unless Razorboy can get there, he can't. But they do get the dunk. Is it in? It is! Razorboy wins the game.
I don't even know what just happened. What a play from Debit, and Razorboy just taps it in. And we're gonna go to another 3v3. Unfortunately, my prediction is wrong. Yes, Birdana, your prediction could be coming true. But yeah, is that is that them back in the series? I don't know. Uncle Deb, 1,700 points. I mean, I know it's an extra mode, but that has to be the highest amount of points we've ever seen on an SGL game. I wonder what the maximum points is for that. But what a game from Steel Army, coming back from seemingly 2-1 down. BNG, all they had to do was hold on, and unfortunately they couldn't do it in this extra mode. We're gonna go to a game 5. Yeah, Plumber with 1,400 points as well. I mean, drop shot, there's a lot of points to be had. But what a game and what a series this could potentially be. Is that the spark that Steel Army need to get back in this series? We shall see. But we're going to return. So we were in a hexagon, and now we're back under the sea. We're going to Aquadome for game number 5 in this bracket reset. Luis, I'm gonna turn it over to you here. What do you think's gonna happen this 3v3? Do we see a BNG masterclass, or was that momentum enough to give Steel Army the edge here in this game?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. In that during the duration, my goodness, of the drop shot game, I thought that was it, man. So maybe this sparked some new life into Steel Army. You know, they're kind of playing, you know, with the freebie here. You know, they've been, it must be said, pretty bad in those first 3 games. But who knows? Crazier things have happened. But Squizzball's gonna get us started off here. The Death Star's on the field, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, Saikugo just playing this cross. Razor Boy and Debit both go, and Squizzball a little bounce shot right into the middle of the goal, and we see the Death Star explode for 1-0 BNG to start off Game 5.
I mean, this has been just kind of what we've been seeing in the 3v3 game modes, you know, just complete BNG domination. And if you're Steel Army conceding that first goal, you gotta really not like that. But Bear Blitz on net, what a save from Saikugo. Bear Blitz showing off a bit of the mech. Can Debit get a double tap? He can. Raisin Boy's there. It's off the post. Is there anybody to follow? There isn't. Oh, but it's just there, and it's not going in for Steel Army.
Oh, unbelievable. And hopefully that's not a sign of what's more to come. As Squizzball, can he be the hero again in this Game 5? Not quite. But the offense looking a lot better from Steel Army. Raisin Boy gets them on the board to level the match. Debit, what a pass. And Raisin Boy, what a far post snipe.
Yeah, that was genuinely some of the best offensive play we've seen from either team, right? Off to your teammate on the sidewall, back mid, lovely finish, Raisin Boy, and good response. This is the best that we've seen Steel Army in the 3v3 game mode so far in the series. Can Raisin Boy get there? He can't. Bear Blitz is there off the crossbar. Steel Army putting on all the pressure here.
So maybe it was the spark that they needed in that drop shot game. Maybe the energy's back, if you will. Squizzball picked up ball on target. Debit is gonna save this out. Saikugo, the touch he wants. Here comes Plumber though. Squizzball, I think, re-jumped that off the sidewall, but gonna get it this time. Plumber's gonna pop this right back in and get this ball across. He can. Where's the BNG follow-up? It's gonna be Squizzball and Saikugo both going for that. Air Blitz and Saikugo, unfortunately, come together. That ball is not going to be cleared out just yet. Here comes that unrelenting pressure from BNG. Debit get it by? No. Squizzball once again there. Can he get it in the middle? No. Plumber comes in this time. Bear Blitz, not a great clear. It's going to go right to Saikugo. Plumber and the rest of Steel Army do go for that. Raisin Boy gets a much needed double touch to clear the danger so far.
Plumber in the air, fakes the air dribble, Debit to the rescue, double commit. Could be a chance if Steel Army does use it correctly, but unfortunately Bear Blitz has very limited boost resources, and so we can't really make the most out of that double commit. But it's kind of awkward here for BNG. Is there anything that Steel Army can do when it was kind of open? And Debit puts it away. Steel Army with the lead.
What a pass from Bear Blitz off the backboard. Squizzball couldn't get there. Debit with a perfect read. And as we keep saying, Luis, the monitors are on for the side of Steel Army. I think they just turned them off kind of in that intermission. And they're back on and they're ready to go. And we just haven't seen the offensive prowess from BNG here in this latter half of this second series. As we see Bear Blitz trying to go for some more bumps and demos. Raisin Boy off the backboard. Is there a follow-up? It is from Debit. That ball's just going to be floating in the air. And Raisin Boy's going to tap this in for a 2-goal lead.
Thing that's coming to mind here, Rydog, is I just realized that we are going to see a 1v1. If there is going to be a reverse sweep, Debit is going to have to win a 1v1. That is going to happen, or going to happen, folks. And so, monumental task here for Steel Army, but they got to pass the first one. There's still 2 minutes to go here in the game. Debit with a nice read, and so can Steel Army hold on here? And can Debit unlock some Lloyd Boy 1v1 ability? We'll find out.
Plumber's going to play this down. It's awkward for Debit, but does very well to block the shot from Squizzball. Is there more unrelenting pressure here from BNG? A double commit coming out from BNG. They just look lost right now. Squizzball super awkward. Debit off the backboard to himself. It's a 3-goal lead for Steel Army. And the offense has finally come together. All it took was a game of drop shot.
Yeah, all it took was one game of drop shot. Sorry. Yeah.
Chat is
good.
funny. I know you're reading chat.
It's funny, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, here we go. 90 seconds to go in this game. Steel Army, their cup tournament hopes in the balance, and they make it 5. No, just kind of, trolling a little bit. They don't want to make it too clean. Yeah, we got 90 seconds to go until Devitt loses the 1v1. I'm so excited, chat. I am so ready. Let's go.
Luis, I guess if you're Devitt right now, how are you feeling? Because you know it's coming. You know the 1v1's coming. You know you're going to have to play Christian the Plumber. I guess, is there any way that you can get hyped for that game? And if so, how do you do it?
Yeah. Listen, we've had cheating and account sharing in previous seasons. Might be the only way. But all jokes aside, yeah, I don't know. Devitt's going to need to be locked in on some Moxie YouTube videos or something, because it's going to take a lot. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still have 60 seconds to go here. 3-goal game is absolutely doable if you're BNG.
Yeah, there's still 1 minute left as Plumber gets the second goal there. So there's some time left if they can get some
Plenty
goals.
of
And they
time.
might get another one here. Plumber gets a second in quick succession. And the 4-goal insurance lead is gone. It's cut in half. And there's still plenty of time. The quick goals are coming in favor of BNG. So for Steel Army, this would be a monumental collapse if they lose this game. I hope it doesn't happen. But it'd be crazy.
Shout out Saikugo, by the way. That was Saikugo again, being the lead blocker for Christian the Plumber, and that's really been a good recipe for success all season. I mean, these guys, just giving Plumber space is what Saikugo's been so great this season, and we saw that on that play. And oh, this could be a goal here. Can the Plumber get it down to a teammate mid? He can, and that really could have been it.
I don't know where the third player is. There's Squizzball. Just gonna play this to the side. Plumber and Devitt go at it in the corner. Here comes Razor Boy, plays it across. No immediate follow-up from Steel Army. That demo's gonna be huge though for them with 15 seconds left. Razor Boy, can he get this one on target? Good save from Plumber. They're gonna have to do it with time on the clock if they want a chance to come back in this game. Bear Blitz is gonna play this one. Can he get a double tap? He can't.
My
Double tap,
goodness.
not quite for Steel Army, but they are gonna take this game, and we keep going. We're going to Neo Tokyo for game 6 potentially, unless we see the dunk house. But what a story in these last 2 games for Steel Army. They finally turned on their monitors. They finally found the offense. And we're going to see what game mode it is. Well, Luis, you called it. It is going to be 1v1. And unfortunately, we're going to have a 1v1 to determine if we have another game 7 or if we crown champions.
Yeah, yeah, 1v1, the game that we anticipated, of course. I don't know if, are you leaving?
I
Yep, you're
am.
leaving.
I am.
All right, guys, everybody say bye to Rydog. He has to get off. He's been on 4 hours sleep doing this last minute. So everybody thank Rydog for being here. Yeah, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm going to watch the rest of the VOD the rest of the way. And I kind of want Devitt to pull this out to go to a game 7, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, hope the rest of the stream goes well.
Yeah, sounds good. So again, Rydog signing off for the night. And yeah, here we go, chat. Game 6. We are of course on BNG Old Timers SGL Championship Cup point. If they win this game, if Christian the Plumber comes up and wins this game, they are your SGL Championship Cup winners. Devitt is David. Christian the Plumber is Goliath. Let's see how it goes. It's gonna be whoa, Raisin Boy, whoa, chat. Raisin Boy is on the field, and Raisin Boy scores the first goal of the game. Wow, I was not anticipating that. Debit is in Twitch chat, not on the field, and Raisin Boy gets us started off with a kickoff goal of his own. Kickoff's going to be really, really important here for either side. Of course, in Christian the Plumber's 1v1 game in series number 1, he dismantled Debit pretty easily, but here we go. Raisin Boy is going to be off to a 2-0 lead. Very interesting start here. Raisin Boy, of course, rocking the, I believe, the Pittsburgh Knights old decal. It's a staple of his. Christian the Plumber rocking the Bot Octane. We like that around here, at least I do. Surely he has the Bacchus mod on, but he goes for a shot and he puts it upper 90. Christian the Plumber again with another bounce shot, of which he's been really, really good in these 1v1s. We have the straight kickoff here. Both players deciding to not hit the football. We're seeing some all-time new metas being created here as Raisin Boy goes for the demo, steals the boost, but he does allow Christian the Plumber to pick up his back boost, so Plumber should have all the control here. And it's going to be a wide open net for Christian the Plumber, and he makes it too. Using the dropping the mic goal explosion. Not one that I use in too often, it must be said, but I quite like it. Christian the Plumber ties this up at 2. Another straight kickoff. Plumber winning it, good 50. But he decides to not go for it. And is this in the net? It is not. Raisin Boy off the post. I believe a nice shot has just come out off of the Raisin Boy open net miss from Mr. Plumber himself. And so let's see. Oh, and it's going to be an open net down the other way. Plumber takes advantage. And he's regained the lead. 3 straight goals for Christian Plumber. We saw 2 fakes on the last kickoff. On this one, we see a good 50 that was won in Raisin Boy's favor. Raisin Boy gets a bump. Plumber is back. Can he get back to it? He can. And Christian the Plumber full boost, all control. Puts it around Raisin Boy. He can take as much time as he wants here. And he does. Christian the Plumber, 4 straight goals, upper 90. The MVP of SGL Championship is getting warmed up here and potentially locking in the double for BNG. Plumber kickoff win, gets the boost, misses the ball, decides to go for a little dribble here, puts it on target, and it's 5. Oh, we're stalling a little bit of time, but it is indeed 5. 5 straight goals. Raisin Boy out of ideas on defense with Christian the Plumber playing at this sort of level. I don't envy any of the Steel Army players here in the 1v1. Raisin Boy gets the kickoff win, but unfortunately can't make much of it. It's 6 straight goals for the Plumber. Again, you can't see it on the stream, but he's got the Cristiano Ronaldo Steam profile picture, rocking the Real Madrid banner. He's definitely putting on a CR7-like performance, as he has all season long. Raisin Boy, can he get the bump on the Plumber? He can. Can he turn it around and put it in the net? He cannot. It's a little bit off target. If you're Raisin Boy, you really got to be scoring those against a player of Christian the Plumber's caliber. Oh, and he's bumped out. Who can get first to the ball? Raisin Boy does, but he's out of boost. And Christian the Plumber takes over. Christian the Plumber faking here. Ball a little awkward for him. Carrying relatively well, but has a little bit of a missed flick. But in the end, he gets back to it, and Raisin Boy can't. It's 7-2, 7 straight after the 2-0 lead for Steel Army. Ones is pain. Anyone who says differently is selling something else. Yeah, especially at our level of the game, KJ. The pros make it look fun, but we're no pros here, and 8 straight goals for the Plumber. Bit of an anticlimactic finish, it must be said, folks. I do apologize. Not sure what more I can say here on the commentary booth. Christian the Plumber picks up the booth. He's going to make it 9 straight goals for Christian the Plumber. Do want to go ahead and congratulate B&G Oldtimers, are your SGL Championship Cup winners. Of course, they did win the regular season by 2 points over Steel Army as well, and so these guys will have the double. As Christian the Plumber makes it 10, we've hit the double digits mark. Plumber wins the ball again, gets the mid boost. Can we see any clips or anything fun? Any fun goals, flip resets, or pogos, or you know, something like that for the stream? Do appreciate Raisin Boy not forfeiting the match. Of course, he does have the right to do that. Playing it out to the very end for his team, so I have to commend that. It's tough to be on stream playing a ones match in front of a lot of people when you're playing an opponent who's way better than you at the game. As those of us in the Premier have, you know, had to deal with an exceptional player like Loy Boy, and of course, the Plumber is the Loy Boy of the championship. So yeah, shout out Raisin Boy, but chat, we're coming to the end of the SGL Championship season as the Plumber puts in his 11th. Wish we could end it on a more climactic way, but I guess we're just scoring goals and not, you know, going for. I don't know. I would have liked to seen that flip reset or something, you know, when you're winning by a lot, but I guess we're just point farming. As we see here, B&G are your champions of SGL Championship Cup. GG's to both teams, of course. Was a lovely final. Until the very end, it must be said. But GG's both teams. And of course, chat, before you go anywhere, we are going to be doing some post-game interviews, hopefully with both teams. Caesar, I'm going to be honest. I have a feeling that question might not be answered, for being honest. But yeah, we will have these interviews underway shortly. We will be having interviews, folks. We have Saikugo from BNG, and we also have Debit from Steel Army. So both teams will be represented here. Really appreciate everyone being here so late. It's almost 1 a.m. on the East Coast, of course. Unfortunately, where I'm currently residing, and all of the Steel Army guys as well. So appreciate everyone staying up late. And speaking of staying up late, one of our fellow East Coasters, Debit, what's going on, man?
Bro, I knew whenever I scheduled this at 10:30, I was low key thinking that it wasn't gonna be a reset, and now it's 12:41, and in how do I do this right? 7.5 hours, I'm gonna be at an office building, so this may have been a bad idea.
Yeah, and you have to get some rest as well because you have a long drive ahead of you here in the next couple of days. So, um, anyways, before we get to that, because we can touch on that at the end of the interview. Yeah, man. Obviously, you guys got the bracket reset. Super cool to see that in Game 7. Weren't able to do it in the second. Yeah, what's the thoughts from you on how the team performed in this final?
Honestly, and I say this from the bottom of my heart, as soon as Raisin went into that ones game, I looked around, everybody said, whatever happens, you took this black and gold team to a reset series. This is a big W. The fact that we're doing ones may be the most heinous shit I've seen so far, but it was all worth it in the end. This was a good time. I'm glad I could do it with these guys. Even though the vibes have been kind of up and down during this series, it was honestly just worth it because we kept playing as a team, battling through all the errors and whatnot. We were finding ways to get around them in defense, trying to play off our mistakes. Yeah, honestly, I think even after everything, it was worth it.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't think that you guys could win a 7-game series against this BNG team, but I think you surprised a lot of people today. I mean, that first series, I think, yeah, that was the Steel Army that we saw maybe in that first week, which was the game week, of course, that you guys ended up taking down this team. I mean, was there fatigue in the second series? Like what, or was just momentum kind of gone after that long break between series?
I think it felt probably more like fatigue because even though we got guys that are used to staying up a bit later, I mean, it does kind of wear on you, you know. Um, I mean, I guess you can lend a little bit of credence to like the ice out as soon as you win a series, and you just got to go right back to it. But honestly, I think we were just kind of like, all right, we do what we do. Time to go back to it. Just got to grind out another series. So I feel like in the end, it kind of just like fatigued out. I think it's probably my best explanation for why second series was kind of like more behind than the last one. How it went, especially in that snow day game. That's just more to them staying on top of things. So yeah, a little bit of fatigue, a little bit of them staying on top of their game. So got to give credit where credit's due too.
Yeah, that was it was kind of a question that me and Rydog kind of had throughout the series is how is the fatigue? Because listen, it's a lot of Rocket League back to back, right? These bracket resets are no joke, especially at the time in which this game was played. So, um, I mean, listen, man, I don't have many more questions. I mean, you guys, I thought played tremendous. I'll give you the floor and Yeah, because I mean, you need to get to bed. All right, we're gonna be seeing each other here soon, so I need you
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
be in good shape for that long drive.
I'll make sure to get sleep tomorrow night. That's for sure. But yeah, honestly, this I do want to shout out my teammates. They absolutely earned every bit of cred possible. I don't know if they're still listening right now. Maybe they are. Maybe they hopped off immediately and went to bed. But to be honest, they deserve all the credit in the world. Just incredible teammates all around, battling through it all, being the teammates that you need to go through a series like that. Give them the props. Bear, Raisin, Red, and VC cheering us on the entire time. That was honestly just such a group effort that I was like, no matter what happened, bro, we got the reset. That was pretty sick. I'm glad we could give the crowd the best of both worlds this series. And to Black and Gold, I mean, you did it again. I got a GG's that you guys still pulled it out. Still gotta give credit where credit's due. You guys did well. Good shit. And yeah, I don't know where things will line up, but yeah, just best of luck to them in following seasons. At least I hope they do come back because those were good games.
Oh yeah, man, and yeah, again, great series from you guys. Unfortunately, just couldn't get done at the end there, but again, take some solace in the fact that you guys won a series, and yeah, gave the crowd was awesome. Twitch chat was awesome, rooting for both teams tonight. So appreciate you giving us a bit of content and not just going out in that first series. So
Oh yeah, and
um,
you guys were awesome there. Thank you, Doughboy, for streaming. Thank you, Rydock, for commentating. Thank you, Luis, for hopping in. And honestly, I saw Twitch chat popping off. You guys were awesome. So quick old shout out to you guys too.
awesome, man. Well,
All
GGs,
right.
and yeah, appreciate you
GG's.
coming on.
Absolutely. Talk to you soon.
That was Debit of Steel Army. And now, folks, we're going to bring in, I believe, Saikugo. I think he's going to be our next interview and our last interview, unfortunately, of Season 9 of the SGL Championship. So, really looking forward to hearing from him, the winner, the captain of the winning team. Let's see. Birdnana, I would not worry about Palace being it. Not, I wouldn't worry, my friend. But here we go. Bring in Saikugo. Saikugo, what's up, man? Talk to me. Champions.
Yo, how we doing?
Good, bro. Good. You guys have done the double. You won the league, and now you've won the
Yo,
cup.
yeah,
How
I
you
heard
feeling,
that.
bro?
There's no trouble going on. There's no playoffs for us.
This was the cup. Y'all guys won the cup.
Oh, I thought it was like the U.S. Open Cup. We still got playoffs to go. We were really looking forward to playing Steel Army again, but fuck. All right, we'll take the double.
Yeah, man. I mean, just yeah. Speaking about the series, obviously, first series losing 7, but the second series, I mean, you guys just put the chokehold on it. Yeah, talk to me about it.
Yeah, dude, they came out. They came out fucking playing, dude. They made us sweat a lot. Um, the first, I mean, we knew we had like. First of all, we don't like the double dips. We all play sports, and we've all been on the wrong side of double dipping. The winner bracket team or whatever. And so we never really liked that. So, but we knew we can use that to our advantage and kind of just play a little more calm, a little more loose, and see like how they're gonna come out firing. So once they took us to game 7, we tried locking in, but they were riding that momentum. They were hot, and then we just kind of had to like, oh shit, all right, we got to step it up, lock in, lock in. So we had that backbone. We were that safety net where we can lose a series if we really need to. But we were yeah, that LA was the education for show. But we were good though. We were fine. We came out on top, even though they were playing some phenomenal Rocket League. They were on our ass, and we're good.
Yeah, and I think I think you had 5 goals in the snow day game. Like you were
Yeah,
popping off. Um, I'll
yeah,
be honest.
dude,
I said on commentary too. I think that you were or are one of the most underrated players like in the whole league because everybody talked
appreciate it.
about Christian the plumber. You know, he's the has all the stats or whatever. But
Yeah,
man, I thought you played like so well. Like you like with the bumps, with the goals, just like being in the right place at the right time. Yeah, speak to me about that. I mean,
yeah.
you popped off in the finals.
All right, first of all, I was top 3 in goals scored in the league. All right, hey, no, I'm just kidding. But Honestly, yeah, Plumber, Big Plums, he's fun to watch. He's very mechanically gifted and he's good. If you guys watch my POV here and there, you guys know that I'm not. I like to credit myself a lot that I got to where I got to just off of game sense and kind of playing off people's mistakes. I definitely got to get better. I got to learn. Because I watch all these clips and I watch all these people playing and like I know I can do this. I know what to do this. I just my too old, man. My brain, my hands don't work the same. But yeah, I like pressuring a lot. I like just reading off the opponents. So I do credit my where I'm at in my ranks due to game sense because I'm not mechanically I'm nothing. But speaking of that hockey game, we've played. That was our third one against Steel Army in general, and the first two times we were kind of dominating. I don't want to say dominating, but we were winning, and then they come and they score a goal, and then they get I don't want to say lucky. I was about to say lucky, but then they get another goal at the final seconds, and we lose both games like that. And I was like, dude, this is not happening again. So I just gotta sit back, read the puck a little better, and kind of see what's up with that. But yeah, man. Sigonomics. I'm just looking at the chat. Sorry, Plumber. He's good. He's good. He's trying to get us
Yeah,
to get.
he's not bad. He's not bad.
He's not bad. Nah, he's trying to. He's always on our ass trying to get better here and there. We don't play this game as much as we would like to in order to get better, but we're trying to. We're trying to. So yeah, man. Just appreciate appreciate the gas a little bit. It's very nice to hear, obviously, but I do credit my gameplay a lot to my game sense.
Yeah, I think before this season, I mean, you've won a title in this league back in the
Yeah,
day. So I mean,
yeah.
like
Season 6. We looked at it this morning or earlier today. Season 6 with Plumber, who was going by Christian, and Squiz as well. So it was the three of us, and we're rocking and we're coming back.
yeah, no, it's crazy. Season 6, you guys won, like you said, and now in season 9, you guys won the double. You won both of the uh, competitions that you guys were in. I mean, what's the future looking like? Do you guys want to? Is there any teams that you kind of want to play? You guys want to move up to the first division, play the big boy teams? I mean, what's kind of next for your team?
I mean, look, personally, it was fun down here. My stats were looking nice, but still, no. Shout out to Steel Army though. They made the league. They made the cup very very fun and very interesting. I mean, yeah, we've heard here and there. We're gonna get bumped. We're gonna get bumped. We're ready for it. We definitely got to get better. Like I mentioned it before. Squiz, his points and his stats never look good, but he does so much that doesn't get like a lot of credit. Um, and what I like about him is that he's so hard on himself. So if he'll miss like this one, he tries to flip reset here and there, and he'll miss. He'll go straight into free play and just keep practicing, practicing, practicing. So there's times where he doesn't even join the Discord, the voice chat, and he'll just be in free play. I get on Rocket League and I see him in free play. So expect him to come out better than before, and I just got to get that determination. But no, the three of us are gonna run it back wherever we're at. We stay here, if we move up, whatever. If the whole league just joins together and make a super league, and we're good. We're good. Uh, yeah.
Cool, man. Hey, listen, bro. Listen, you guys, you got 2 trophies. You got one on each shoulder this season. I mean, you guys were cooking. And I believe, I mean, what the only series that you guys lost was that it was just the first week. After that, you guys were flying. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, tremendous improvement. I mentioned it in the Twitch chat, but yeah, I think Squiz was I think he got better as the season went on too. So I thought he played really well. And like you say, he's not gonna have the stats that like maybe like Christian or you will have, but I thought Squiz was really good. So yeah, shout out Squiz as
No,
well.
yeah. I mean, whoever plays the game understands that sometimes the third person's never gonna have the stats. But I mean, he's on the team for a reason. He's our boy for a reason.
Oh, yeah, and he also has 2 trophies this season to go along with it. So,
Go.
listen, man, it's late. I'm tired. I have to
I
get ready
feel
to
it.
start packing. I'm gonna leave you with the floor. Talk to the chat. Talk to your people. Yeah, the floor is yours.
Shout out to Plums, legend, MVP. Shout out Squizball, another backbone on the team. Shout out Pablo, our fourth, our sub. He always wanted to just come join the league and have some fun, and he did that. And when we wouldn't comment as much and we'd lose and we'd be like off our game, he'd just jump in the voice chat and start talking his shit, get us back in there. So shout out him as well. He always wants me to shout out the Thunder. He's a huge Thunder fan. Thunder up. Let's go, baby. Shout out Steel Army for making these weeks and everything fun. Very interesting. We always look forward to playing them. Hopefully, we can scrim in the off season here and there. That'll be fun. To everyone calling us cowards for the ones, I mean, hey, game is game. It's there for a reason. We're gonna pick whatever we want to give us the best chance of winning, and we did that. So, uh, it is what it is. Shout out the whole league. I always shout out the league legends for doing what y'all do. Shout out you two here or three who was in here commentating, streaming it. We appreciate everybody. Uh, Shout out everybody in chat. If you love or hate us, it is what it is. That's the game. We love it
Hell
all.
yeah.
Let's keep it rolling. Shout out my cat who just jumped on my lap. He knows he wants to be part of the interview. Big Jameson. Shout out everyone. Especially like the people who support us. We have a lot of friends who also kind of look forward to our games every week, and they call themselves coaches. So shout out our coaches. They chill in the voice chat with us and be like, "Yo, y'all gotta do this, y'all gotta do that," and they've never played the game before, which is hilarious. But shout out everybody, who's been a part of this and has made this whole last 10, 11, 12, 13 weeks very fun. So appreciate it, y'all.
Awesome, man. And yeah, you go enjoy those trophies, man. And yeah, hopefully next season we'll see you guys back. And yeah, you guys listen. The Thunder won a championship. You guys won a championship. So go enjoy it, man. We'll talk to
Yeah,
you soon.
yeah. If you're in the LA area, come through. Hit me up, DMs. We're gonna go celebrate, have a little drink on me. Let's get it. Appreciate y'all.
Awesome. And of course, chat, that's Saikugo, longtime SGL player. Again, he's been around forever. And like we talked about in the interview, these guys won in season 6. So really good to hear from him and his boys. GG's to both teams. GG's to all of the championship. Again, great season. And I'll give a little personal plug in here. Shout out to ECD this championship season. You guys were my most underrated team of all of SGL, both divisions. So shout out you guys for the improvement this season. And again, congratulations to Black and Gold Old Timers, the double winners. I believe 3 championships now for that side in SGL history. So doing big things. Chat, let's get a thank you to KJ in chat. KJ Doughboy helping us out on the stream, running the stream behind the scenes, picking it up when Maz couldn't. So shout out KJ. Again, the overlays and just the stream quality production has been infinitely increased. And so yeah, shout out him. But chat, I think that's gonna do it. I'm tired. Let's get to bed, and yeah, we really appreciate y'all coming out. And this will be it, chat, for SGL Championship content. The premiere still has a lot to go, so stick around for that later this week, and of course in the coming weeks as we close out that division. But from me, Luis, KJ, the streamer, Rydog earlier in the booth, so long. Y'all have a good night.